Rich, you're first. Hello. How was work? Already got a shift in. Happy Saturday. I'm just scrolling in here. Looking for my remote. I'm trying to think of what the trivia question should be. Kaylin is here. Hello, Kaylin. Oh, I know what I should do. I should poll you guys on what horror movie I should watch on my 24-hour live stream. There's a few. Yabba dabba doo, hello, good to see you. Hope you're having a lovely evening. It's reversed for us now, where last night for me it was nighttime and it was super early for you, and now it's morning for me, evening for you. Miracles happen. Someone taking my shift tomorrow, yes! Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. God, you work so hard, Rich. Hello, David. How are you, David? Okay, so I was thinking about what my trivia question should be. 28 years later, or Megan 2.0. Was Sinners a scary movie? I've heard so many things about that movie. Sinners movie. It isn't, okay, I'm gonna add that, Sinners. Because these all sound so good, and I mean, I guess I could always watch more than one scary movie on my live stream, but let me drop this in the poll for the poll question. All right, I see t-shirt color still popping. Yes, I had to throw on my favorite t-shirt for this. I love this shirt so much. You know this. Yeah, I could watch it, or not watch it. I could wear it almost every day. But obviously that's a little gross, and I have more shirts than just this one. All right. Raja, doing good. Saini, nobody, I see you. How are you? I don't like Stranger Things. Not a fan. First again, I'm on a streak, says Kirby. All right, let me drop in the poll question. I'm a little late today. So the trivia question is, this is more just me wanting to hear what you all think. So, which horror movie should I watch on my 24-hour, I almost wrote 24/7 live stream, 24-hour live stream next month? So, oops. Should it be The Woman in the Yard, Taste Testers of Light? Oh, I've seen Lights Out. That is one of the horror movies that really, it sticks with you forever, because every time you switch off your lights to go to sleep, or you're closing up shop at the end of your shift, you're always like, I hope I don't see the figure of some demented creature that's about to eat me or tear me apart. Yeah, that one is great, but man, it stays with you forever. I don't think I'll ever not think about Lights Out for as long as I live. I could be like a 90-year-old nursing home granny shutting off the lights and still thinking like, I wonder if I'll see some creature standing there when I turn the lights out. Okay, The Woman in the Yard, 28 years later, Megan, oh, come on. Laptop sabotaging me. Megan 2.0 or Sinners. So this isn't like a trivia question about me per se. It's more like which of these 4 horror movies would you, I mean, I can't show it, but would you like me to watch on my live stream, or do you recommend that I watch on my 24-hour live stream? So, boom. First poll is up. Take a look and vote. I feel like for some reason I'm not as lit as I normally am, but maybe I'm wrong. Okay, Daniel Foster on Kino says you look like Sade. #1 celebrity lookalike I get. Ooh, AWIV YouTube short says woman in the yard. Okay, sounds like you might have liked it. Okay, Fife, Kichu, thank you. I've seen The Conjuring already. Today, latest episode. I don't think I've seen The Nun, but I have seen like plenty. I'm kind of just not. I don't particularly like the subgenre of horror films that have to do with exorcisms and the Catholic Church and the creepy nuns. I'm just kind of like, I don't know. I don't really venture into the demonic realm of life in my life. I don't care to, and also I'm like, eh. It also starts to get kind of cliche and old. Thank you, Cats and Purses. I love this coffee mug. It's my favorite coffee mug. The Book Guy, hello. Tiger Kishore, great to see you. How are you? Stone Papa Smurf, 90-year-old nursing home granny. No, I mean, that's not what I want to, I'm saying, I was just painting a picture for you all. Like the lasting impact of Lights Out. I'm not saying how I wish to be at 90, no. I want to be like a free, mobile, living in my own home, old person until the day I drop dead. I do not want to be in any kind of setting other than my home. Yabba dabba doo. At this time of year, it's a quiet time on the croft. Sounds lovely. I personally love the peace and quiet. That's one reason why I love winter. It's a lot quieter. All right. I know I'm really behind. Sorry, guys. Joseph Terra, I see you. Wrong Turn. I haven't seen that one today. Latest episode. Mummy Babe. Oko. Excuse me. I Know What You Did Last Summer is a horror movie. Ooh, Kirby. You should watch Lights Out. It's just basically the premise is there's a creature. Well, you should just go watch the trailer. I won't spoil anything, but there's this like creature entity thing where it lurks in. It can only get you when it's dark, which sucks because it means you can't sleep in the dark. But it's like there's a scene where someone is like they're standing and they're shutting out the lights. They flip the switch and then in the darkness they can kind of see this like shadow of a figure that's just standing there. Ooh, it's so scary. Like they're looking down their hallway of their house and they're shutting off the lights and then they're like, wait, what is that? And then they flip the lights on, flip them off, and then it's when the lights go off, there's just kind of like enough to see a figure there. And then they just like, they keep doing it. And then sure enough, next time they flip the lights on and then off, the thing has like moved right like a few feet away from them. And it's like, boom, okay, it's coming to get you in the dark. Mo Breeze is here, says Sinners, okay. The Woman in the Yard currently is, wow, this poll is very split. 28, 26, 23, 23. Woman in the Yard has the most votes, but obviously we need to take into account that I listed it first. Yabba dabba doo, saw that comment from you. Romantic movies. Excuse me, I do like watching romantic movies. Pinocchio Revenge. Hi, the JMMA 710. Hello, Joyal Kitchen and Vlogs. El Chico, Sophia. Kirby says, I just watched the Lights Out trailer. Yes, isn't it so creepy? It's so icky. Mo Breeze, Cats and Purses. Saw your comment about the coffee cup. Thank you, Rich, for the members only emojis. Ooh, you guys, I was out for a quick walk this morning before hopping on this live stream, and it is like It is so hot. Apparently we're under an extreme heat advisory here. You wouldn't know it by the temperature, but I think it's like the humidity in the air is really nasty. Hodge Jason is here. Headed to the Creek is here. Love Chanel, sorry. Those teeth in the nuns scare me. Again, haven't seen it, but I can picture it. Twine is here. Cats and Purses. I don't watch demonic films because I was raised Catholic and it scares me, yeah. I mean, I was not raised Catholic, but I'm just like not, the whole demon thing. I actually don't know. I don't think demons exist, if I'm being honest. I would rather just not find out, and also I just kind of don't like seeing church stuff go totally like demon. I'm like, no, not for me. Silly Goose says I love Megan. So do I. I do love the Megan. Well, I love the first Megan movie. I haven't seen the second one. Child Support Dodger, Quick Fact said hi. Hadi Kashif. Matt says it's been a while. How are you, Matt? Good to see you. Hi, Sophia. Tiger Kishore is doing good. Thank you, Fazan. And Atwine. Yes, I've seen Pennywise. It's called It, the Stephen King book and movie. Travel vlogger. Oh my gosh, my cherry earrings are not in. Thank you. Travel vlogger. You get the bonus points of having reminded me to put on my earrings. I rolled in here because I was out and about this morning and then I completely forgot. So thank you. In they go. Hi, CCS Omerta. Seabass. BD, thank you. James Laspina. Silly Goose says bye. Fazan says watch RRR. I don't think I've heard of that ever. Indian time, it's almost 10 p.m. Rich on Kirby's arrival said bing bop boom. Bing bop boom. Chris Smith, hello. Okay. Shruti is here. Hi, Shruti. Let's see. The Woman in the Yard. Urban Legend says Taste Testers of Life. Sean Engstrom. Thank you. Is it Pokey Dokie? I love your freckles. We all failed to notice the earrings. Yeah, I mean, myself included. I just was like, all right, rolling in here really quick. And then, good old travel vlogger called me out. Have you watched the movie In Fear? I don't think so. That's okay, Silly Goose. Stay as long as you want or can. Shoot, I don't have a paper towel. Renato from Brazil. Joshua, the worst horror movie ever is When I Don't Get Enough Sleep. Fair enough. Like and subscribe, it's free. Yes, if you wish to like or subscribe, you are welcome to. Silly Goose, I love Megan. DJ Bye is here. Ioannis, today latest episode. Kevin O'Leary. Oh, Kevin O'Leary. I think of Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank. Let's see. Taste Testers of Life. I've seen Annabelle. Didn't think it was that spooky. Kaylin Cruz says it's gonna be 90 here today. Yeah. I'm not sure what's triggering this heat advisory here. Heat advisory in Minneapolis. Extreme heat watch remains in effect. Is this today? Oh, here we go. Dangerously hot conditions with heat index values up to 103. But it's saying, part of me thinks this isn't correct because it's saying from Sunday afternoon and it's not Sunday. Come on. Sorry, one sec, guys. The Weather Channel. My computer is getting slower. I can see it. Minneapolis heat advisory. Phil Service, Zevus. I wear these on every live stream because people really like these earrings. Heat advisory for the weekend. AccuWeather. Dangerous heat and humidity. Okay, that's what it is. Yeah, I stepped out and I was like, ooh, it is like just a different kind of heat. Interesting, it hasn't even started yet, so I was on the right page before. So apparently the heat advisory is going to start, it's going to be tomorrow, but to be honest, it already feels like there's a heat advisory now. It's super humid. Martin Thomas, we've got someone from Korea here, hello. Arish is here, Reggie Contrade, Freddy Krueger. I don't find the Freddy movies that scary. James Laspina. All right, Arun, Hollywood Colt. James Laspina, Ryan Johnson, Kyle Letty, I see all of you. Al Brown is watching from California. Hello, Al. Kuram Kokar. Do you put eye drops in before you stream? The thing is, I put in my contact lenses, so they're not eye drops per se, but I feel like I have put something, you know, liquid into my eye, because I have like the saline solution that I store my contacts in. Micah Hudson, Afiatun, Arun, I'm doing good. All right, we got, Ajis is here. Joseph Rose. Martin Thomas said hi. Johnny X Mia. Hollywood Colt saw you. Wave. Trying to get caught up. Reggie. Reggie Contrade. Arish. Hollywood Colt. Ice Cream. Good to see you, Ice Cream. Arish from Pakistan. Oracle King. Naldo Mendez says hello from Brazil. Juice box. Arish, I would love something on that couch. Dave, Solo, hello. Nick says, hi Hannah, sorry I wasn't on your channel last night. No worries, Nick. You all never ever need to actually apologize for attending live streams. It's completely optional. I mean, it's the internet, so you get to do as you wish, more or less. All right. We got Dave. Hello from the other side of the pond. Yes, you're British. Amazing. Oracle King, Van Gogh cup, correct. Yes. Yes, this is my favorite coffee mug. I got it almost 4 years ago on my 28th birthday, if you can believe it. Crazy. All right. Back to Downton Abbey. Tiago is here from Brazil. Boring Blue Jay says, I love ice cream. Stone Papa Smurf is asking, what did you do this morning? To be honest, I slept in pretty late. I got up at like 9:45 this morning, and then I just got up, got ready, went out for a walk, and then came back here and, you know, got set up for this live stream. Reggie Contrade, my favorite film of all time is Gladiator. Taste testers, have you ever been so scared watching a horror movie that you couldn't finish it? It wasn't so much like, I had this happen with Heretic. It's a movie that came out last year with Hugh Grant? And it's like, the premise is these two Mormon door knocker girls go to this guy's house, and he ends up being like a total psycho. Yeah, it got so, like, when it starts to get like really grisly and just icky, I just kind of shut it off, because I'm like, I don't really want to watch people going through stuff like this, even if it's all acting and fake. Yeah, so I stopped watching that. It was also on a plane ride. I was like, I just don't want to watch this while I'm traveling, and yeah, I'd rather just be chilling on a plane watching a very nice movie. So I stopped watching Heretic just because I didn't like the gore that started happening. But not for like, I wouldn't say because of like fear. It's more just like I'm kind of grossed out, or it's just like really giving me the ick, and I'm like, yeah, I don't really need to see the rest of this. Okay, Vidal is here. Thank you. Thank you, Rob Van Beeman. Stickman is here. Reggie can trade. Oh, Reggie can trade, lol. Now I see it. Reggie can trade. Huvo, Jordan Masaloon. Hello. Dave, The Conjuring is the scariest movie. Interesting. I did not think it was scary. Oracle, Candyman. I haven't seen Candyman before. Vincent van Gogh. Some might say he was a troubled soul or a tortured soul, but he was very talented. Boo is here. Hello, Boo, again. Hayden, I was born and raised here in actually the Minneapolis, St. Paul metro area. So yeah, I have spent all but 6 years of my life here, and I'm gonna be 32. So what would that be? 26 of my 32 years of life I've lived here. Yabba Dabba Doo says, I find some horror movies so unbelievable that they are more like comedy. Yes, I agree. Greenleaf Music said hi. Hello, Greenleaf Music. Juicebox. You look like the kind of person who could talk me out of a panic attack and teach me how to make the best lentil soup of my life. Maybe. Vladislav 1 is here. Hello, Vlad. Tin Man said hi. The Hermit. Okay. Mikulu. Robbie RTG. Doing good. Chris Kazan. Dave says, I was going to guess California. Oh, like where I'm from. Okay. No, I'm born and raised here in Minnesota. Andreas, hello. Jelly Bean, these are in fact Christmas earrings. I get this on every single live stream practically. Okay. Happy Life. Yes, you guys, we've got a mod in the chat. Hello, Happy Life. How was your weekend so far? Kogan Magruder, I'm glad to find someone my age again. Oh, someone in my age online. Have you seen the original Poltergeist? Yes, I have. Shadow Trace, You Don't Give Off American Vibes. DPS, Misery was his best novel. Interesting. I don't know. I mean, I'm not one to definitively say. Giuseppe Villani from Italy. How are you, Giuseppe? Hi, Vishal. It's Vishal. John the Measurer. She seems quite British. Really? What about me seems British? It's definitely not the accent. Vidal, I don't talk about my personal life on here. Van Gogh cut off part of his ear and gave it to a woman at a brothel. Ooh. I knew the ear part, but I didn't know what he did with it. Giuseppe is in Rome. Amazing. Hashtag funny videos says cool. Jungle Thriving. Hello, Jungle Thriving. Great to see you. Rich is waving to Happy Life. Taste Testers of Life. Where am I here? I'm in South Africa and it's winter time now. That's right. Yes, you guys in the Southern Hemisphere are in your winter right now, which is so weird. Winter in July. So strange. Big soda in Minnesota, says Leah Martin. Not that I know of. Andy, I'm not of Mediterranean ancestry, no. I am half European mix and half Ethiopian. Dave, I do see myself immigrating to California. Interesting, because a lot of people are leaving California right now. Regan Kaldal, hello. Andreas, Hamburg grüß dich. It's 6:27 p.m. by Dia. Amazing. Schön dich zu sehen, Andreas. Rich, one more time, members emojis. Yes, yes indeed. Thank you so much. Jellybean, LOL, it's okay. Did I hear this right? I am a Grinch fanatic and have a Christmas shirt with him in it. Amazing. That is exactly, like, if you like something, whatever. People are gonna comment, people are gonna make petty remarks, whatever, but if you can just go about your life not caring really what other people think about what you're doing or wearing, like, I think that's the skill you gotta develop. Thanks, it's Vishal. Surprise, Mankai. You do look British somehow? Interesting. I feel like I'm not getting that vibe from myself. Barry is here. Ken Deere from Brazil. No Man Khan Wazir, hello. Michael Gray, DPS. I am a Vikings fan. Yes, I do root for the Vikings. They're not my favorite team. My favorite team is actually the Chicago Bears. But the thing is, I tend to root for multiple teams that I like. I root for most of the Midwest teams because I like them, and I'm like, why not? Just cheer them on. I Show Fast is here. Oh, like I Show Speed, I see. Brian is here. We are moving to autumn very, very soon. Yes, Vishal, I'm very excited for fall. Can't wait. Polly, surprise, Mankai. Watch The Last Shift. I feel like I've seen that, Ken. It's very familiar to me. Van Gogh giving a girl his ear is so much better than when I gave a girl a Build-A-Bear in middle school. Oh my gosh, Build-A-Bear. Is Build-A-Bear even around anymore, you guys? Oh, that really like triggered some memories for me. Is Build-A-Bear still in business? It is still in business. It has successfully adapted its business model and is now a profitable, multi-generational, and multi-dimensional global brand. I'm shocked. I was for sure thinking they would have closed. I'm gonna go grab a paper towel because my nose is super, super itchy. One sec, guys. Shoot. Whew, okay, I'm back. Probably because I was outside a little bit today. Ooh, and it's also getting so hot in here. Okay. Let me see who else is here. All right, Ken Deere from Ethiopia, currently in Brazil. No, I don't speak Amharic. Jungle Thriving. Where was I? Oh my gosh, John Puntany is here. Woohoo! Good to see you, John. Stone Papa Smurf saw that one. Happy Saturday, how's your day going? Jungle Thriving, I'm having a wonderful Saturday so far. Google writer, Andreas, I love to see Ethiopian beauty in Minnesota. Thank you. KD is here. Hello, KD. Liam Martin says, ha, Van Gogh. Cut his ear off. Okay, we're talking about that again. Top computer class. All right, it's Vishal. Being honest, something is connected between you and France. I don't think so. John Puntany, good morning. Surprise Mankai, I'm craving tea. Kogan Magruder says go Bears. Yes, I have nothing. It doesn't hurt me in any way to cheer for the Chicago Bears. And I do really like Soldier Field. Woo Woo says trophy. Hello. Regan, aren't you the lady that goes running a lot and from my birth state, Minnesota? I mean, those two things are true. There's probably a lot of people who fit that description, but yes, I'll say I'm that person. World Tours AK, hello. All right, so we got Alvaro, Sinners, it's a duality movie. What do you mean by duality movie? Brian, World Tours, happy weekend. Build-A-Bear is here in Florida. The Build-A-Bear factories, or they called them the Build-A-Bear workshops, all of the ones that used to be in the malls here in the Minneapolis metro area, all of them are gone. Like, I guess I could Google this right now. All right, Build-A-Bear locations in Minnesota. Let's see if there are any. There is, oh my God, no way, there's one in Duluth? What? Holy moly. Okay, so I'm seeing when you Google Build-A-Bear locations in Minnesota, there are 3 that come up. There's one in Roseville, one in Bloomington. Okay, so the Bloomington one is probably at the Mall of America because Bloomington is where the Mall of America is, right outside of Minneapolis, and then Duluth. Okay. Wow. So interesting. I totally would have thought that that was like a millennial thing that would have died off with the Gen Zs and the Gen Alphas. Greenlight Chronicles says, yeah, for sure. Kaylin, I remember Build-A-Bear. I thought that didn't exist anymore. Same, Kaylin. It feels like something that would not translate to younger generations. I think of like the Gen Zs and the Gen Alphas as very much not as into dolls, way more into like Roblox and Minecraft and TikTok and any of the others. I don't know, it's very like digital and internet based and social media based. I don't think of the kids these days as being kids who would have really much interest in going to get like dolls at a store. Alvaro said hi. Brian Moses, hello. David Rodriguez, Jaya Kiran is here. Jorge Mancias, happy Saturday to you. Wow, Rich is saying 260 plus subs to reach 10K. You guys, we are getting closer to 10,000 subscribers. Let me bring out my goals for this is like what I was planning for my YouTube channel this year. So I set some milestones for myself and I have them right here. So I started doing this in March. So March through the end of this year, December 31st, and I was like, okay, my goal is to hit 500 every month so I can get to 10,000 by the end of December. And now we have hit this point already. So we are already past what I thought I was gonna try to get for November. So that's really exciting. Also, I saw gifts come through from Kirby and Hazel J. Thank you so much for those gifts. I don't wanna forget to say thank you. But yeah, you guys, once I cross 10,000 subscribers, and I'm telling you, I think it could be, I'm gonna say like it's probably gonna be like a roughly like a week from now, like in the next week or two. Being very conservative here. The next 2 weeks, I would say for sure, but I think probably in the next week, this channel will cross 10,000 subscribers, which means I gotta start thinking about what I'm gonna do for a long form video, because I really like doing long form videos for big milestones. But yeah, it's like I am way past the milestones I thought I was gonna be at for this year. Crazy. I am is here. Hello. DPS, land where water reflects the clouds. Like and subscribe, new viewers, says Rich. Rich, I wanted to ask you, what are you going to be doing with your Sunday? Well, no, did you say it was today you got someone take your shift, or was it tomorrow? But regardless, what will you do with the time that you've got off now that someone has taken the shift for you? So sorry, guys. IM says, greetings of Captain Airplane Airbus 830. Bob is here. Aaron, too hot to go running today. I think I might risk it. We'll see. Sambath is here. John says, let's get to the 10,000 subscribers. It's gonna happen. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Brian says, looking extremely... Shucks. Where am I here? ASDF, did I miss your comment? Okay, no, I didn't. I was just behind. Thank you, Brian. Vishal Kendir. I will go to Ethiopia someday. I don't know when. IM says hello to John. Efe John Öztekin from Turkey. Mike George, hello. Vlog idea, Hannah goes to Build-A-Bear. Oh gosh, I don't think I would enjoy that. I don't mind it, but I just don't like kids stuff as an adult at this point in my life. We are subbed. Abad, I'm doing well. How about you? Let's see. Zainab is here. We got, oops. Zainab, IM says thank you. Kirby, Regan, do you know if Minnesota State Fair still has the sand castles or the best ever mini sugar donuts? Great question. I have no idea if the fair still has that. I'm genuinely X. I love Transformers. Okay. Hannah at Build-A-Bear would be a good one. I would just feel so out of place. I mean, I think it makes sense if you're a child or if you're a parent there with your small child. I am neither of those things. And I personally just like don't, as an adult who does not have kids, I just don't enjoy going to kids stuff. Like I don't want to go to kid movies. It's kind of like, okay, when you're an adult and you're not a parent, you're not going to go to playgrounds, you're probably not going to go to Pixar, Disney kid movies. I don't know, it's just, for me, it's like, it doesn't make sense. It's like, unless there's kids, unless you have your own kids or you're watching kids, like, there's no point in going to kid stuff. Good, Rich. Oh my gosh, I love to hear it, and thank you so much. Apologies for suddenly having all this nose itchiness, but you guys know how it goes. Rich, I'm really glad to hear that you will be taking some time off. Let me reply here. Thank you. I'm glad to hear it. Rich, take some well-deserved rest. That's awesome. Okay. You've earned it, clearly. All right, Lynn, are chia seeds healthy for breakfast? I'd say so. Rich says, how about 10K today? We'll see. I really try not to like push things, like really like try to manufacture things to happen when I'm like, they'll happen at some point. So it could happen today. We'll see. Tony, hello. Yes, thanks for all the gifts. All right, let me go back and just see if I can get caught up here. Abad, Baba Roga. Build-A-Bear is one of those stores that children love. They get to express their creativity and make their own like security comfort stuffed animal. Glad the store is still in business. Yeah, I mean, I get it. I get the appeal because I had a Build-A-Bear doll, but it just feels dated to me. DPS, the original Exorcist, was the scariest movie of all time. I don't know, the effects are pretty bad. Doesn't scare me. Zainab, doing good. Kogan Magruder says, makes me feel old. Harshad, namaste, Mr. Avak. Harshad, Ambrose. All right, we got Tony saying happy Saturday. Thank you so much, Tony. Great to see you here. Ibrahim Vidal is here. Hazel J. Mean Jelly Bean. Let's get some check marks then. Richie Cunningham, passing the milestones. Yes, I'm so excited about it. Nice work on your way to 10,000 soon. Yeah, it's coming, guys. It's coming soon. Yabba dabba do. Oops, I automatically excluded the first answer in your film options. Yeah, I mean, it's not one of those types of trivia questions. It's actually like, you guys tell me which, which of these movies you think I should watch. Also, sorry guys, I think it has to do with just going outside this morning. Okay. Pearson Laundry, Serg TV, lay on the deck and not move. Yes, Rich, I love that. That's exactly what you should do on your day off. I love your mug. Where did you get it? Me, I got this 4 years ago at a Van Gogh art exhibit. Thank you, Andreas. I appreciate the support. Pearson Laundry, I also want to watch that too, and Megan too. So it looks like Woman in the Yard has the most votes, but I almost want to discount it. I honestly should not have even put something in the first option. But it looks like after that, it's 28 Years Later. That's actually top of my list, watching 28 Years Later on my 24-hour live stream. Thank you, Hisoka. I'm really struggling with an itchy nose right now, and it is just torture. Kenny Oldfield said, hi, Jungle Thriving. It's the Saturday, the day of rest. Have a run around sundown. I don't take Saturdays off. I work on Saturdays. Come on, 200,000 subs, 20K subs by the end of August. Definitely not 20K subs by the end of August, but definitely I would say 10K will happen. Ang, Diana, David, New Evil Dead, from what year? There have been so many. I saw the one that came out in like 2023. That one was pretty spooky. Liam, I don't like superhero films, no. Pixie says hello. Thank you, Hazel J, for the gift. Brian Moses, it's a horror, watch the Thriller trailer. Adults without kids going to kid stuffs. Yes, yes, Jungle Thriving. That's exactly how I feel. I'm like, it's like, why would like, I'm gonna be 32. Why would a 32-year-old adult who doesn't have kids, who doesn't have young kids or any kids, like, why would I go to kids stuff? It's just weird. Like, maybe I get a pass because I'm a woman. It definitely would look, I think people would think it's creepy if it was like a 32-year-old man just going to kid stuff. But even as a female, I'm just like, sure, I would take, if I had kids right now, I would take them to all the kids stuff. I'd go to, visit Santa around the holidays. I would go to playgrounds. I would go to, theater plays that are for kids. I would watch kid movies and have like Dora the Explorer on my TV. But I'm like, if you're an adult, like, and you're not a parent, like, there's no reason why you should be doing it's weird, and it doesn't feel appropriate to do kid stuff. Jared LaForge, Doja Cat question mark. Yes, Rich has earned a good rest. Olivia, yes. Hisoka, John Doe is back. Noah Heavy, Alonso's at 10K. Have you ever been caught? Have you ever been caught on the Jumbotron with your side piece? I've never been caught on the Jumbotron, period. No, I would love to be on the Jumbotron one day, but no. I would never do what the CEO did. Best movie ever? Favorite movie? Gladiator. Hisoka, thank you. Hamza. T-Rex, Happy Gilmore 2. John says, to be fair, I can see going to Build-A-Bear without kids being awkward. Yes. Also reminds me of the SNL sketch with Travis Kelce at the American Girl Cafe. Good for an awkward laugh. I know, like, it's weird. Like, if I was there, and say I was there with my family, I had brought my kids there and we were getting them dolls or whatever, and then you just see like a few like older like adults there. It's just like, why are they here? I mean, it's a free country, you can do what you want, but it's just like, there's no need for it, so why are you there? Mylendria, I need these earrings. Go on Amazon, search for Jingle Bell earrings. Sonic Ninja, anyone in the chat, go to movie theater alone. To me, that's awkward. I think going to movies alone is fine. Like, I've done that before. And it's just like, again, it goes back to, if you just stop caring what other people think about you, like, who cares? So there's one movie I can recall going to by myself, because, like, I had been hanging out with friends and each of us wanted to see a different movie. Like, none of us was interested in any of the other movies. So I was like, I'm gonna go see this movie. I don't care if anyone wants to see it with me. I'm going to see this. And it was a great movie. But yeah, I would say movies doesn't matter, because I mean, the lights are out. You're watching a movie. I mean, we all watch movies alone at home. I guess it's your private home. However, yeah, I think going to a movie alone doesn't have necessarily anything to do with your age appropriateness. But if you're like an adult going alone or without kids to Build-A-Bear or a child, like a children's store, it's just weird. Taste Testers of Life. I'm busy watching Happy Gilmore too. I can honestly say some movies should not be released almost 30 years later. Yeah. You all know this. I don't like Adam Sandler. I don't like his movies. I did not like Happy Gilmore. And there's no way I'm going to be watching Happy Gilmore 2. T-Rex, 32-year-old. Let's see. Stone Papa Smurf. I go to the movie theater alone. Yeah. I mean, that to me is just kind of like, if you feel like going to a movie and like, you don't need to have anyone with you to go to anything. Like, there's people on YouTube who vlog themselves going out to dinner by themselves, going to movies alone, just doing things where it's like, I just want to go by myself. Like, you don't need to have the, dependency or the security of someone else with you to go and do these things. You need to have the confidence to go and do stuff by yourself. Kiara Reimer, Ethan Bird. Main Games. I don't like The Godfather, no. I didn't enjoy it. Rooted, hello. Jungle Thriving Gladiator, are you not entertained? I know. That movie is the best movie. It's so epic. Hisoka says, you must be health conscious for 32. You look nothing like 32. I do my best. I mean, I'm not like a pure, strict health like diet person. However, I do my best to eat like a healthy diet. Community medicine, I don't know what that is. Mylendria, Jingle Bells, love it. Thank you. Oh man. Okay. God dang it. Stupid computer. All right. Trying to get caught up here. We got the Dread Pirate Rob. Jamie Pio, Build-A-Bear, been there twice and a half. Sometimes I go there for my birthday. Kaylin, I couldn't get into Happy Gilmore. Yeah, it's not my comedy style. I also really, really don't like Adam Sandler's stuff. I don't find him funny. Actually, I find him extremely irritating. Like, his mannerisms, his voice, all of it is just terrible. Mr. Majnu is here. I go to movies alone. I go to college alone. I travel alone. I win my life alone. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, it shouldn't matter whether or not you're doing stuff alone or with a group or with one other person. Like, it's just, I think a lot of people are too self-conscious and insecure to do stuff by themselves. So they feel the need to have someone or a group of people to go with out to public events. And it's like, no, you can go to stuff by yourself. Sorry. Itchy, sniffly nose. It's not pleasant, guys. Sign Ninja, not watching Happy Gilmore. I've already seen it. I wasted a plane ride to France watching Happy Gilmore and I hated it. Brian, your eyebrows, thank you. Terrible Times, Beetlejuice, Jingle Cranberry Balls. I love that. All right. Beetlejuice, Gregorius Christitsen, hello, from Indonesia. Thank you. Looks like a Korean username. Gladiator is awesome. Yes, Gladiator is so great. Oh, you guys, it's so hot in here, but I feel like I'm reluctant to use my AC. I'm kind of like, how little can I use my AC, even though it is hot. Okay, Beetlejuice saw Fantastic Four by myself. What did you think of that movie? I'm curious. 300 is Brian's favorites. Hi. Okay, Yabadibdu is saying, Hannah, when I play music at my local school, I still play hopscotch in the playground. Funny. Stone Papa Smurf, I remember I used to think it was weird to do things alone. Around 26, I started traveling alone and broke out of the mindset that you need people. Exactly. Yes. I feel like I've always been very like, I like to do things solo. I don't need to be with other people. I love going out with friends. I love traveling with other people. However, it's like, you shouldn't let fear stop you from doing things on your own just because you're like, oh, it's gonna look weird, or I don't want to be seen alone. Like, you can do things solo. People do solo traveling. Like, you can look at so much stuff on YouTube where people vlog themselves doing solo travel, going all over the world, and they're like, yep, I'm just by myself, traveled here, traveled there. So it's like, any option is fine, but I think it should be normal to do stuff solo. Oh my god, you guys, I'm dying. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Sorry, 1 second. Do you like Butterfly Effect? I haven't seen that main games. John says, I laughed at the scene in Gladiator where the guy faked that the soup was poisoned. Oh, I'm forgetting that scene. I'll have to rewatch it. Oh my gosh, I'm dying. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna grab another paper towel. All right, guys, sorry. Ooh. Crazy. I don't know what's going on. Something really upset my nose this morning. But gotta carry on. Jorge Mancias, hello. Abdul Gilbert Rodriguez. Oh, I'm so behind, but I'm gonna try my best to get caught up. Gilbert, Taste Testers of Life. I enjoy Adam Sandler movies. It's just the movies should not be released after so long, especially like Happy Gilmore. Let's see. T-Rex says, if you don't have anyone, you gotta do everything yourself. This is true. Yes. I mean, that's not a reason to have people around just so they can do things for you. Patel, Kyle, howdy from America, amazing. I'm in America too. Gladiator 2, I liked Gladiator 2, it was fine, I thought. Gravy and Wrinkle the Ducks, good to see you. Shawshank Redemption and Gladiator, I still need to see Shawshank Redemption. Shanice Young says, I thought it was 28 Days Later in the poll, I think you mean. Shalom. Okay, where am I? Ambassador of Logic. J.R. Phillips, good to see you. I've been battling with a super crazy itchy nose. Something triggered it this morning. I don't know what it was. We've had wildfire smoke here. And I'm wondering if that may be bothering me. Because I actually went out yesterday and I walked around a bit and it was like hazy and pretty thick. And I had a kind of like a burny throat yesterday, and it might have been from the wildfire stuff. Okay, we got, what else? Dominic Vidoc is here. Thank you, JR Phillips. Shaun of the Dead. I think Shaun of the Dead is more of like a spoof film. I don't do like comedy horror. I just strictly do comedy. Stone Papa Smurf, I watched Happy Gilmore 2 at work yesterday. Astonishingly bad. Yeah. What I figured. All right. John says, friendly reminder, no need to repeat comments. Yeah, at this point, if it's just like, if you're a grown adult repeating comments over and over, I'm just gonna boot you forever. Bihari, hello. Face the Ace from Puerto Rico. Good to see you. Rich with the Dexter, Catalina Crunch, Cornelius, Baby Little Tofu, and Seth Rollins emojis. Thank you so much. Actually, the Cornelius mug emoji made me think, oh my goodness, I am so excited for autumn to be here. Still, there's some time, but I also feel like time is going quickly, and it's soon gonna be August. And also, what else? Yeah, and then after August, it's like, it's gonna be quick for, you know, fall to arrive and the weather will cool down a bit. Beetlejuice, kids will love it. Too many differences from normal MCU movie, 2.5 stars, great CGI, confusing, retro, futuristic. Interesting. K-Dog, Hannah, we're 25 subs away till the, what? I think it's 250 subs away. Allergies, yes, I think I have allergies to something. Clearly, you guys have seen me itching my nose. I had to blow my nose a few times. It's wild. It's just every so often something will trigger like crazy itchiness where I'm like, oh my God, I can't, like I'm trying so hard to ignore it and I just can't. Aubrey said hi. Yes, 250. Thank you, Rich. I was like, there's no way we're already to just 25 away. Aubrey, Face the Ace. Let's see, Sanu, I think. Anything Stephen King is a yes. T-Rex. Do you like Seven? I watched it and I did not like that movie. That was another icky one. Wildfire smoke is obnoxious, happens fairly often in Oregon during summer. Yeah, John, it's really sad because we never had this growing up here in Minneapolis. I grew up literally like 2-3 miles from where I am living right now. And as a kid, every summer I was doing like track and field and basketball camp and soccer camp. Like we never ever had wildfire issues once. We were never told to stay inside. Things weren't canceled. There was never a haze. And now I've noticed, like, you know, now that I'm in my 30s, the last few years, like the wildfire stuff has just gotten out of control in Canada, and it's really sad. Because it's like, it's just like, you know, climate change is getting worse. Jungle thriving could be bits of soot in the air from the wildfire messing with your sinuses. Definitely think so. I don't know what that is. Raymond Diacosta. Aubrey is here. Cody Ives. Cold weather is coming. Not for me, Cody. We actually have a heat advisory, heat index up to 103 degrees Fahrenheit tomorrow. But it already feels miserably hot here today. Mr. Kamal, hello. Doing great, aside from the fact that something is really irritating my nose. Face the Ace says, I live in Puerto Rico, but I'm from Pennsylvania. What brought you to Puerto Rico from Pennsylvania? I'm curious. K-Dog says 250, my bad. Math is a little rusty. All good, no worries. BJ Kumar, Glossio Oliveira, Oisin. Misery is indeed an amazing horror movie. Yes, I love that movie. Robert from England. Where in England are you located? I love England. Taste Testers of Life. I'm off to the gym soon. Enjoy the rest of the day. Hope you reach more than 10K subs today. We'll definitely be back in the next live stream. I mean, I'm now thinking, I'm like, okay, 10K is coming soon. Like 10K subs is gonna be in the next week. And so now I'm like, okay, like what am I gonna do for my video? I need to sit down and really think about what my subscriber special should be for 10K subs. Unfortunately, I have like a really busy schedule starting the week after next. So there's only gonna be so much time I have to, you know, film something and get stuff. But I'll do my best to come up with something entertaining, guys. Let's see. If I did a 24-hour live stream, I'd pull a Disney movie to watch, albeit underrated, like Oliver and Company, my favorite. Okay. Aga, hello from Pakistan. Natalie is from Pennsylvania. I just stepped outside to get mail and packages and it's hot. I know, Kaylin, it is. I mean, the clouds have rolled in now for Minneapolis, but even it's like you feel the sauna. It's like, it feels like you are in a humid, sticky sauna getting cooked the second you step outside. Face the A's, I was born in Philly. I live in Ponce, Puerto Rico. Thank you, Dorby Queens, for the like. John Puntney, yeah, some friends and coworkers had to evacuate during a wildfire an hour from home about 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah, you guys, it's just, it's such a nuisance, and it's also disheartening knowing that it's like a climate-related issue. Let's see. Let's see. Face the A says, I'm getting close to 10K subscribers soon. That's amazing. Congratulations. Dragon D. Abdi Mohammed, thank you. Mr. Kamal rocks. I'm glad you like the earrings. Kirsty from Australia. Hello, Kirsty. How is your, I mean, gosh, it's probably what, Sunday morning for you? Yes, John Puntney, another troll removed. Troll Patrol. That is a great name for the mods. The Troll Patrol. Kinsley Baxter is here. Brian, thank you. Face the Ace says, thanks, and you too, my friend. Yeah, Face the Ace, I went to your channel and you are at 9. We're like at the same number of subscribers, basically. You're at 9.75. And I think I'm at 9.72 or 1. Wow, 7. Okay, wait, you said your name is Kirsty. Kirsty, it's 3 in the morning where you're at. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna close this poll and see. All right, the woman in the yard, I'm gonna throw that one out because that one is always overpicked. The first option is always overpicked by the people who scroll by. So next one is 28 years later. All right, so for those of you who don't know, I'm gonna remind you here, I have a 24-hour live stream coming up. It's gonna be at the end of August. Mark your calendar for August 30th and August 31st. The last 2 days of August, I will be doing a 24-hour live stream. I'm planning to start the live stream at 11 a.m. on Saturday, August 30th, and stay awake all the way until 11 a.m. on Sunday, August 31st. So the 30th and the 31st. And I've been asking people for ideas, things I could do, things I could, I don't know, just, you know, talk about and show on my 24-hour live stream. So definitely check out the 24-hour live stream if you're interested. There's still about a month to go. So I'll be planning it and listening to what you all have to say. And based on this poll, aside from the woman in the yard, I'm gonna toss that one out. 28 years later, I actually would really love to watch 28 years later on my 24-hour live stream. I think I'm gonna sneeze. Maybe not. Dylan Thomas O'Boyle, hey Hannah, how's things? I'd love for you to have the time tomorrow watch the All Ireland football final. I don't think I have access to watch it. All right, sorry guys. Ooh. I hate struggling with allergy stuff on these live streams. It's just so not cute but also I'm just like, well, the show must go on, I suppose. Brandon Bishop is here. Okay, Arun Kumar, main game 55. Lucio. Thank you so much, Lucio. I appreciate it. Rich is saying, okay, at 9.75. Ooh, so close. 250 subs to go until 10,000, guys. DL doing good. I love Van Gogh. I know. Kirsty, time differences. Lol. You look like Jessica Alba. I don't get Jessica Alba that many times, but I will take it. Thank you, Kirsty, for the sub. I so appreciate it. One sub closer to 10,000 subs. Okay. Face the Ace. Gregorius Chrisitson. DL. Face the Ace says, I can't wait. Yeah, you guys, I have so many ideas for what I can do on my 24-hour live stream. DL, that movie was intense. Mr. Kamal says, wow, we're ready waiting. DL, things are more like they used to be than they are now. Victor C, King Jam. Do you ever get allergies at work or at parents? So I never get allergies at work. However, I do get some allergies when I go to my parents' house and I play with their dog. So I do think I have somewhat of a dog hair allergy. I don't go off, I mean, I'm there maybe like once every 2 weeks. This, however, I haven't been around my parents' dog in probably 2 weeks. And this just happened this morning. So I'm guessing it's either wildfire smoke particles that are still in the air, because we had really smoky air yesterday. What else could it be? I don't know. There's just certain things that just trigger my allergies. Victor C liked the live. Also, we're at 101 likes. Thank you so much, guys. Kirsty says, you're welcome. John says, are you going to request the Monday after the 24-hour live stream off work? Actually, John Puntany, it's Labor Day weekend. So I picked Labor Day weekend intentionally as the weekend for my 24-hour live stream so that I can recover from the 24-hour live stream. So I'm going to start my live stream at 11 a.m. on Saturday that weekend, go all the way until 11 a.m. on Sunday the next day. And then once I'm done with the 24-hour live stream, I'm going to go to sleep, just sleep all day, and then I'll also sleep in as late as I want to on Monday, because the Monday of that weekend is Labor Day, so I get it off of work. Power Pickle, thank you for the sub. Pico, good question. John says, happy life. Paul, has it been hot where you're at? Yes, Paul. So I'm in Minneapolis right now, and we are under a severe heat advisory. It's extremely humid. I was out this morning. We are supposed to be getting a heat index up to 103 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is in Celsius, but it is, I was out this morning at like 10:30, 10:45, and yeah, it was like miserably hot. John says hi to Happy Life. Scott Warman is here. Yes, Derek, I always have my cherry earrings in. Kirsty says, time for me to try and get some sleep. Have an amazing Saturday. Yes, sleep well, Kirsty. Thanks so much for being here, and thank you for subbing. Gasum is back. Hello, Gasum. Yabba dabba doo. Same weather here. Although we had rain, we are still on wildfire watch, but most are started by human action. That's really disappointing to hear when it's people at play and not just nature. The Rock versus Seth Rollins. Is that happening? Kogan Magruder? All right. El Chico is here. Olo Rusomi. Face the Ace. Thank you, Gasum. I'm glad you like the shirt. All right, Bo Williams, I'm a big fan. Correction Smoke says W. See you next time, Kirsty. Take care. Cool, Genuine Phil. I'm just chilling here on the live stream. Let's see. Quackly Tate is here. Zachary Parker. Smart. I forgot that's Labor Day weekend. Yes. For my Americans here, mark your calendar because my 24-hour live stream is over Labor Day weekend. Face the Ace says, beautiful state, Minnesota. Yes. Ooh, wow. Lots of happy poops here from Black Light Tattoos Charlotte. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness, there's so many in here. I didn't see them right away. Bo Williams, I'm a big fan. Love it. I know. I didn't realize there were wildfires in Scotland right now. That's really sad if there are. Toon Multiversum. Correction, Smoke Yabba Dabba Doo. Seth Rollins blew his knee out. No! Are you kidding me? I had no idea his wife Becky was in Happy Gilmore too. Okay, I'm happy for her. All right, you two lovely, bye for now. Bye, Kirsty. See you later. Get some good sleep. Dida from Algeria. Face the Ace. I have to go. See you later, Hannah. Subscribe to your channel. Awesome. Thank you so much. Face the Ace. Yeah, but I would do yes, John. Some wildfires, but under control. Okay. Face the Ace. TA. Yes, I am Habasha. Danielle Tovar from Venezuela is here. Hello. Aaliyah. Hello. I'm not in Tennessee. No. Kogan Magruder. No, but it's a guy named Saffron's online. I thought he wanted to take him home. I must be missing something here. Aaliyah asked if I was in Tennessee. G is here. G from Washington. I'm guessing, is that Washington State? Or Washington, D.C.? Ooh. What other trivia question should I give for you guys? I don't have any plans to go to Nigeria anytime soon, but one day, maybe. Oh, what should I ask you guys? Let's see. Sneakers. I'm trying to think, like, favorite kind of shoe. Sneakers, sandals, heels. I could do like a shoe question. Trivia, your favorite soda growing up? That's a good one. Ooh, I gotta think about this. Favorite soda growing up. Okay. I liked a lot of sodas, I'll be honest. So today is what, the 26th? 7/26? Okay, I got some ideas. Or Fanta. Oh my God, you guys. Ooh! Drives me crazy when my nose is just killing me. Okay, I missed some comments here. JD Roy, South Africa in Cape Town. Amazing. Yeah, I'll visit someday. Favorite Gatorade flavor? I didn't really like Gatorade growing up. Black Light Tattoo Charlotte. I'm drinking coffee in my favorite Van Gogh coffee mug. And I'm also drinking some water. Okay, so next trivia question. Let's see. Soda. Guess my favorite soda growing up. We actually call soda pop here in Minnesota. That's one giveaway that someone is from Minnesota or maybe like the Midwest, because we say pop instead of soda. Okay, so is it Fanta? Is it Barks root beer? Nope, spelled that wrong. Is it Sprite? Or is it Dr. Pepper? No way! I didn't know that Canada said pop as well. People teased me so much when I went to college out east and I said pop, and they're like, wait, what did you just say? You said it, you call it pop? All right, boom. Oh, guys, you guys, this is so bad. Always been pop here, always will be. I had no clue. Okay, well, we get people from Minnesota, and I would say the Midwest, like everywhere else in the United States, they say like soda or cola, and they think we're super weird for saying that. Ooh, yeah, you guys, this is brutal. Gotta soldier on though. Okay, let's see who I missed. John says Sprite for me. Kaylin loves Sprite. Black Light says I'm in Chicago too. I don't know who else was in Chicago. I'm not in Chicago. My aunts called soda, oh, tonic, I see. They called it tonic. Interesting. Like tonic water. You also say pop in Oregon. No way. Okay. Then it was of course my East Coast friends like made such a fuss over the fact that I said pop instead of soda, and they're like, "Oh my god, what? What? It's soda, not pop." Louis Reichaforts, Saul Rodriguez. Let's see. Any root beer fans? That was Kogan Magruder. We say pop in the UK, never soda. Wow. Okay, well then I guess my friends were these are my friends who are from like New York, Boston, DC, Philly, like all part of the East Coast, Florida as well. And they just were thinking it was the funniest thing that I said pop instead of soda. And it's like, wow, well, clearly way more of the world says pop than I originally thought. Black Light Tattoos says Sprite just feels clean. Malkiat, hello. Kaylin, maybe pop is up north thing because I say soda. Yep. I've heard soda, and I think for like darker, like if it's Coca-Cola or a darker soda, they will say cola in the South. I don't know if that's true. Cat Jockey, I'm Midwest, we say soda. So there must be I want to see a map. Actually, let me Google this. All right. Okay, a map of who says pop versus soda. Here we go. Interesting. Wow. Soda, pop, Coke. Here's a map. What do Americans tend to call a fizzy beverage? In 2023, interesting, you guys, this is so fascinating. So it looks like as of 2023, Minnesota, the Dakotas, parts of Wisconsin, Iowa, Nebraska, and like out to Washington and Montana, Idaho say pop. Then like Cali, Nevada, all of the rest of the Midwest and New England says soda. And then Coke is limited to Tennessee, parts of Kentucky, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, and parts of Texas and Florida. So yeah, looks like soda covers the most area in the United States. Interesting. Let's see. Thank you, Ola Runsami, for the sub. Celebrity Edits, guest Dr. Pepper. Northern Midwest says pop. Oh, I can confirm. I'm born and raised in Minnesota, and I have only ever said pop. Cam, the mug is awesome. Thank you. I love this mug so much. I need to get a move on because there's still so much coffee in here, and it's already 12:30 almost. It's past noon. Pop W. Yes, thank you, Rich. Missouri says soda, not pop. Well, that checks out with the map that I was looking at, because Missouri on this map as of 2023, it shows like regions that say pop versus soda versus Coke. Missouri is entirely soda. It doesn't have any part of it shaded in with pop or Coke. Okay, Timothy Schwartz, Pop Shots. John says, during kindergarten in Colorado, my parents said soda pop, then switched to pop after moving to Oregon. Interesting. Okay. Kirsten Seitz is full by, says Papillon. Sure. Mesfin, hello, preppy softball queen. I saw you at the very end of last night's live stream. Glad you could make it back. Rich with the Gordon, Cherry, Seth Rollins, and Baby Hannah members emojis. It's called Pop Soda Coke in Chicago. I highly doubt that. You shall bow down, says Pop. Yabba dabba doo. I had a part-time job at university in a cinema, and we used to shake up the pop drinks and watch the kids spray themselves. No, that's so mean. God. Sorry. Ooh. You guys, so gross. So gross and so not cute. Danny T said hi. Nothing with some Russian. Soda pop Coke in Indiana. What? I have friends from Chicago, and not Indiana, but Chicago, and they do not say soda pop Coke. I would have noticed this. Danny T said hi. Rende Mega, Louis Rika Ford, Dustin Parker. Thank you very much, Dustin. You don't have a Fargo accent for a Minnesotan. Well, because the truth is, we don't all speak like the people in the movie or the show Fargo. Oh gosh, they really, I mean, some people have a thicker Minnesota accent than others, but I don't think, I have some words where the accent comes out, but I don't think most people would guess I'm from Minnesota if I were to just, if they were to hop on my live stream and guess. All right. Thank you, Shikalipo. Hi, hello is here. William Berry. I can see shaking them up once or twice, but any more than that is bad. Soda pop is just wrong. I know, it sounds so cutesy. That's okay, preppy softball queen. Enjoy your time at the lake. Sounds lovely. William Berry says we always called them Cokes here in California. Interesting, because according to the map I pulled up, California says soda. But I'm sure there's pockets of people who, who say things differently. Like, a map isn't going to be perfect. MJ, Need a Nutty Pot, Bhupendra, Natalie is from Pennsylvania. Kogan says, nobody says soda here in Mississippi. That's what my map is showing. My map shows that in Mississippi you guys say, I think it's cola? Coke. Yeah, on this map it says Mississippi, Alabama, parts of Georgia, Louisiana, parts of Texas, Tennessee, Kentucky, and Florida say Coke. Cad Jockey, Indiana says soda pop. Oh my god. Can you do the Fargo accent? I mean, you could even call this the Minnesota accent. It's not just the Fargo accent. But yeah. For those of you who don't know, the very thick Minnesota accent emphasizes the A's, like A and O. So my typical example is like, oh, hey, Joe, want to go to the lake today? I want to take my boat out on the lake today. Or, holy smokes, look at all the snow outside. That's a lot of snow, eh? That's like very cheesy, over the top Minnesota. Or it's like, oh, look at this. I have a really bag. I have such a big bag. There was a contestant on the reality show Traitors named Carolyn. She's a Survivor alum, and she then got cast on Traitors. And she has a pretty noticeable Minnesota accent. There was a contestant on Traitors, the most recent season of Traitors, called Bob the Drag Queen. And she would say, Bob the Drag Queen. It's like the A is like in your nose. And then O is like, make the letter O with your mouth. And that's like very Minnesotan talk. Rich soda pop, just wrong. One or the other. I completely agree with you, yes. Daniela says hi. In Washington, D.C., they say sparkling wine. No, they don't. I lived and worked in Washington, D.C. Yabba dabba doo. Some people ask for juice or a screw top instead of pop. Sounds Canadian. Yes. I did not realize how similar the Minnesota accent is to the Canadian accent until I was watching an interview with Hayden Christensen? He's the guy who played Anakin Skywalker in Star Wars. And I didn't know he was Canadian. And then I was listening to this interview with him. And it was so endearing because I was like, oh, the Canadian. It's such a like endearing accent to me that it's just like, you know, I was like, oh my God, this is so funny. You sound like you're from Minnesota. Much love from Kenya. Thank you, Desert Channel Explorers. David, I don't know who or what Lorena Bobbitt is. Callum Grunshaw, smash the like button. Yes. Love it. We don't sound like that, guys. Trust me. I would say, like, what I was speaking is very exaggerated Minnesota accent. But it definitely, if you were to turn on the local news, like, that's a really fun way to hear the local accent if you happen to find yourself in a city, either on a work trip or on vacation, and you're staying in a hotel. Like, for example, I was staying out in Annapolis, Maryland for a friend's wedding a few months ago. If you're ever like in a hotel room somewhere that's not home, and you just turn on the TV and you watch the local news, or you turn on a TV show, or like something where you're gonna hear the local accent more than anything, it's like kind of entertaining. You're like, whoa. But listening to Canadians, I would say listening to Canadians, they sound similar to all the people around me, like my coworkers, because it's like I'm around people who are most of them are from the Midwest. Like they grew up here in Minnesota, or they're from like Iowa, Wisconsin, maybe Illinois. And there's just like regionally here in the Midwest, I would say I don't hear any noticeable accent differences. I definitely could hear like when I was living in Connecticut, I could hear certain New England accents where I was like, whoa, we don't say that. Ooh, like one of my roommates and very close friends from college, she's from Philly. And so like, for example, at a funeral, you would bury someone in the ground. Like you would say, we buried the coffin in the ground. But she says buried, like they were buried in the cemetery. And I was like, that is not how we say buried in Minnesota. Another one I've heard that's kind of like a trigger for me where I'm like, oh, maybe you're not from Minnesota originally or the Midwest, is the way people pronounce their O's. Like for example, like my boss, it made me question. I was like, are you originally from the Midwest? Because here, as I was saying, in Minnesota, we emphasize the O's. So like, oh my goodness, I was horrified when I saw this happen. That was horrible. And out east, I remember I had a dean, and I also had a teacher where I remember a few times I noticed them say like, that was horrible. They say horrible instead of horrible. Like their O's are more like ah than O. And so, yeah, my boss just a few days ago, we were on a call, and he's like, yeah, I was like, I think he said horrible or horrified. He's like, I was horrified by that. And I was like, whoa, that's a little different. That's like not the way we say it here. So little things, I'm trying to think of any other words that have popped out where I'm like, I mean, I would say easily you notice it in the South if you're not from the South. When I was visiting Savannah, Georgia, particularly, I remember I was like, whoa, you can hear the difference so clearly. I really liked it though. I thought the accent was very charming. Okay. Johnny Doe, what did you do in Washington, D.C.? I was working out there as a paralegal. I think I would have ordered a Coke soda pop, or I would have gone out. I definitely went out with friends enough times to happy hours and restaurant, like open bar situations, that I would have heard someone order it. And I've never seen that in my life or heard it. Hello, Brad. The Cheerios. John says, yeah, I thought it sounded like the accent of some of my Canadian friends. I would say like there's like some very thick Canadian accents I've heard where I'm like, oh my God, that sounds like a very thick Minnesota accent. But I'll say this, the 2 times that I've visited Canada and just like gone to a restaurant, gone to a gas station, interacted with any of the locals, they sounded like nothing they were saying sounded different than how I would have thought I was still in Minnesota because people just spoke the same way we do. 40 million here. Yep, I'm sure, says Rich. Moose accent. Thank you, Ludi. Sipai, great to see you, Sipai. Vishnu, doing great. Just hanging out on this lovely Saturday. Yabba says, crunching those almonds reminds me to dig fresh carrots for the horses. Ghost Samurai is back. Good to see you, Ghost Samurai. Johnny Doe says, maple moose accent. Minnesota similar to Canada. I'll say this, like I said before, when I have crossed the border, because both times I was in Canada for vacation, I just drove straight up from Minneapolis, and eventually you just cross the border into Canada. All the people, it's like everything is still in English. You're still driving on the right side of the road, and there was no noticeable change in the accent when I was interacting with any worker or just person I was in Winnipeg and I was in Thunder Bay, and I feel like I would have gone to maybe a couple more cities there. But yeah, everything felt the same. It felt like I was still in Minnesota except for I think it's the Canadian dollar, and so like the slight currency change, and what else was noticeable? Oh, kilometers instead of miles on the road signs, Celsius instead of Fahrenheit for temperature. And also, I happened to be in Canada in 2022 right after Queen Elizabeth passed away. And so all over, I mean, like every digital billboard sign had like a memoriam to Queen Elizabeth II. All of the Canadian flags were lowered to half staff. Like it was definitely like a high official, well, for Canada, yeah, of course. But I was like, this is so interesting because I mean, here in the US, it was sad to hear of Queen Elizabeth's passing, but there were like no in memoriam signs, and the flags I don't think were lowered, none that I saw. Um, yeah, but those were like the main things. I would say the currency, the kilometers, the Celsius, and the Commonwealth ties back to the UK. Thank you, Layla. Rich is laughing at buried. Yeah, that buried sounds Asian, Indian. I'm trying to think, like, what other, like, would Brits say? They were buried. No, they would, yeah, the accent was just very, very strange. All right, 5TYYU. I have not been to Toronto or Montreal. I haven't been to some really fabulous places. Let's see. Sorry, I got distracted by a cute commercial. Oh, I was gonna look up because you guys, I really, really, really want to go to some games for the FIFA World Cup next summer, and I was gonna check and see FIFA World Cup locations for 2026. Host countries and cities. Let's see. Oh my gosh, I just want my nose to calm down a little bit, guys. Official. Okay, Toronto. Oh, Toronto and Vancouver. So Canada has 2 locations. Mexico has 3. US has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 for here. Oh my god, I want to go to all these games, you guys. I want to go to all these places. Anyways, I don't know which one I would pick, Toronto or Vancouver. Because the thing is, it's like, the plan is I'm going to be working a job next summer. I will be full-time employed, doing YouTube, and I can't just be taking endless time off to go and see these games. But the thing is, with something like the FIFA World Cup, you have to lock down your plans so far in advance because the tickets go quickly, the hotels get booked up so early. You can't just it's not something you can do at the last minute unless you just have crazy money and you're like, oh yeah, I can just fly there tomorrow and land in some crazy hotel and then show up for a game. So I'm thinking about which locations, because I want to go to all 3 countries. I want to go to at least a game in Canada, at least a game in Mexico, probably Mexico City. And then in the US, what's easy for me? Really just Kansas City. I'm so surprised the Midwest got none except for Kansas City. Atlanta, Boston, maybe I don't know. Anyways, I'll stop brainstorming on a live stream. Chris Cox, I will close the poll in a little bit, so you gotta keep waiting. OMG, no way, Doja Cat. Definitely not Doja Cat. I think there's enough noticeable differences between me and Doja Cat, but I appreciate it. All right. Is Minnesota colder than Canada? I'm gonna go with no, because all of Canada, based on the map I'm looking at, all of Canada is farther north than, let's just pull this up, North America map. Are there any weird parts of Canada? I mean, there's some parts of Canada that dip down below Minnesota, I don't know what province this is because I don't really know the provinces. But I mean, when you look at the size of Canada and how much farther north, I think of generally all of Canada is above the United States, and it does get cold here in Minnesota, as many people know. But I'm but look at how vast Canada is and just how much farther north they are than even Minnesota, because it gets brutally cold here in Minnesota. And I know this isn't just true of all of Canada because it's such a huge country, but in my head I'm well, logically, if Minnesota is already a really cold place compared to other parts of the US, and Canada, much of Canada is just so much farther north than even us, then yeah. Although I did read this statistic that some large chunk of the Canadian population lives within a certain distance from the US border. So I don't think there's that many people who are in like the far-flung like Arctic Circle regions, but there's definitely some up there. Okay, thank you, Gasum. Oh man, you guys, ooh, horrible, says Krunel. Thanks, Jeremy B. Amber, my friend would say core for car and car for core. My car is sore. I'm trying to think. Would say core for car. Like, what's wrong with my core? Ooh, that's weird. I have not heard that before. Young boy, Haley Chun, Wizard King. You want to know? Soham Patra, Toonie Gaming. John says, Rich, yes, Timbers had a good win on the road last night. Walnuts of pleasure, so good to see you. How have you been? Hi, Cookie Monster. Yeah, but Abdu says, I've already checked the ticket prices and Toronto looks cheaper than some others, but still expensive, of course. Yes, I mean, they're all going to be expensive because it's the FIFA World Cup. All right, Chris Cox, Courtney Drawings, sure, go for it. Tall Boy, World Cup here next June. I know, you're in a host city, so lucky. Sometimes I do yoga. We got, let's see, who else? Ricky, she's a duplicate of Doja. Okay, where am I here? Dang it, I'm still so behind. Horatio, Chocolate Boy, Rich, I meant the other Johnny, not John. Stone Papa Smurf, Minneapolis has been in my news feed a lot lately. Probably not for the best reasons, unfortunately. Callum Grunshaw, Joshua Bosey, Divergence, Travel to Nairobi, Kenya. Voyager National Park is in LA. To Stone Papa Smurf, I'm in drive-through right now, waiting for an iced coffee. Yes, amazing. Yeah, but I would do when working, I love to hear different accents, sometimes thinking, is that English you're speaking? Yes. Yeah, but I would do, as a language lover, I'm so fascinated by pronunciations and phrases that people use. Like one reason I love watching Downton over and over again is just hearing the way they phrase things and words. It's just stuff, I mean, the Downton Abbey show is set in the 19-teens, so it starts with the sinking of the Titanic, then it goes through World War I, and then into the 20s, I believe, and it's just interesting to hear how English was spoken back then. Well, and there's already, you can notice there's like accent differences between the aristocrats and then the servants, just the way, like words they use and accents they have. Chocolate Boy, Yabba Dabba Doo. Okay, saw that one. Thank you, Rich, once again for the lovely members only emojis. If you're a member, please use those emojis. And also too, the very last one I see that you typed there, Rich, is the Barclays like lion logo, I think is that what you're calling it these days? Anyways, I am so excited for Premier League to start. Actually, let me Google. I was checking this the other day, but I already forgot. When is match week 1 for Premier League 2025 to 26? Oh my god. This is so crazy. August 16th. Oh my god. So matches will be played on Friday, August 15th. So let's look at all the fixtures. Fixtures. That's another, in the United States, we would not say fixtures. We would just say games. All right. So the very first game of this upcoming season of Premier League is Friday, August 15th. Looks like it's, I have no idea what time this would be for us. It's 8 p.m. local time, Liverpool versus Bournemouth. So that's probably, for me, 1 or 2 p.m. in the afternoon. Cannot wait. I'm so excited. All right. I see that Johnny Doe had to get going, get some soda Coke pop. Not here in Minnesota, but maybe somewhere else. William Barry, Brainerd on your list, NHRA, Brainerd. I don't know what the NHRA Brainerd. Oh, Brainerd International Raceway. I've been to Brainerd before. Huh, I never knew there was a raceway up there, or out there. I don't, again, very guilty of this, but I mean, my mindset is like, okay, here's Minneapolis. It is north, okay, by Pequot Lakes. Cool. Okay, I've been to St. Cloud, that's on the way, and I do think I've been to Brainerd, although I don't know what I would have been there for. What are the lakes up here? Pelican Lake. That's so cool. Oh my goodness. William Barry, where are you located? I mean, you're in Minnesota, right? If you're putting this, maybe not, but yeah, I'm curious. I did not know that was in Brainerd. Have you ever tried Sonic or Cookout? I don't think I've tried either of those. Maybe Sonic once. Horatio Thundo. Currency kilometers, Celsius. Yep, you nailed it, Hannah. That's about it. That's all that really felt different about Canada. I remember going into Canada the first time. It was for the Women's World Cup back in 2015. And in my head, I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, ooh, I'm in a foreign country. Like, I'm traveling out of the United States, but it just, I'm like, it doesn't feel like I'm in a foreign country because there's just the most minimal things that changed, like temperature, kilometers, currency, the British sovereign, you see more. But other than that, I'm like, it's basically the same. It feels like it almost doesn't count. And that's not to dismiss Canada. I love Canada, and I mean, in some ways, I think Canada is doing a better job on things than the United States. And I've said this before, if I was exiled from the United States and I could never return, which would be so sad because I do love living here, I would just pick Canada and then live like right above the Minnesota border. Minneapolis did apply for the World Cup location but couldn't agree on the finance side of it. Well, that's a shame. Also, that doesn't surprise me. We have been struggling as a city, as you all know. We were like ground zero for the George Floyd murder that happened 5 years ago, and it was just like businesses left the city. There was so much like looting and vandalism and just destruction of private property. Yeah, it was rough, guys. So that, I feel like the financial burden of hosting a World Cup or having matches in your city and hosting them, maybe in 10 years, like 10 years out from the COVID meltdown, but 5 years out, I think the city is only just starting to rebuild from how brutal COVID, it was like the double whammy of COVID lockdown and the George Floyd murder and following like destruction and fleeing of businesses. Anyways, Stone Papa Smurf, WWE is holding a big 2-day event, summer 2026 is in Minneapolis. What? Okay, I'm putting this in my calendar right now. Well, not right now because I don't want to disrupt the live stream, but I want to go to this WWE event, Minneapolis, summer, sorry for the sniffles, summer 2026, circling that. Amazing. Gasum is still here. Johnny Doe. People drink maple syrup in bars instead of beers. Okay, Chocolate Boy. Ali Reza, thank you for the like and the sub. I appreciate it. Tiny Celt says 2-1 Bournemouth. I think the sound of Russian or Ukrainian women speaking English sounds beautiful. I do too. I love the accent. John says, yeah, I wish Portland could host a game in the World Cup, but Seattle and Vancouver usually get first dibs in the Northwest for men's sports. Fair enough, yeah. I mean, Minneapolis is never the first pick. I would say the top hub of the Midwest is Chicago. I'm actually shocked that Chicago did not get a location for the World Cup. I was like, really? But I would say Chicago is number one, and then Kansas City is number two, because they have like the huge Kansas City Chiefs franchise there. And then maybe Minneapolis. But yeah, it's just, I don't think we're quite big enough to really host massive like it's hard to compete with like a New York, an Atlanta, a Los Angeles, because they're so massive. Johnny Doe, hello. We the Trash Boys, I'm doing good. How are you? Yeah, but Abadoo, I've already checked the ticket prices in Toronto. Looks cheaper than some others. Okay, saw that one. Oh, man, somehow I'm so behind. Pedro Manuel Perez, hello. Pig Daddy, Tiny Celt, William Barry, Mason Ferreira from Brazil. Oh, William Barry is in California. Okay, so not a Minnesotan. I missed it. It was it 28 days? Yeah, so that one, aside from the first vote getter that I just tossed out, the most common vote getter for the poll was 28 years later. And I am planning on watching 28 years later on my 24-hour live stream. I'm gonna go grab another paper towel, guys, because my nose is bothering me. All right, coming back. Sorry, this is so disruptive today. It is what it is, unfortunately. Whew, okay. Let's see. John Puntini, Troll Patrol strikes again. Amazing. Love it. Get him. Go get him, John. David O'Brien, I'm doing great. Yabba dabba do. I assume you would like to watch Portugal, of course. A must-see match in the World Cup CR7. I mean, I'm preparing myself for the fact that all the Portugal games are going to be insanely in demand, because people are going to want to watch Cristiano Ronaldo play his farewell World Cup. So all of his games are probably going to get snatched up in terms of tickets. Mods Takedown, Stedex says, hey Hannah, we're at 9.77K, you guys, we are climbing crazy. Red Star, thank you. WWE Summer Slam, okay. Thank you for the heads up, Stone Papa Smurf. Book Lovers is here. What are you reading these days, Book Lovers? Sophia, yes, these are real freckles. I was born with these freckles. I'm in my car getting ready right now to leave for a Cardinals baseball game. Wow, such a lovely summer day activity. I love that. Jungle Thriving, Jello. Okay, let me close this poll. T Military is here. Do you prefer Corvette or BMW? I'm gonna go with BMW. Rajan, what do you think about using Cambly? I don't know what that is. Matt Townley from the UK, could be the humidity affect your noise. Yes, it could be. I suspect, oh, you guys, these robins have been landing outside my window and they're so cute. I just love looking at them. They usually will like linger around for a little bit and then fly away. But I was answering your question, yabba dabba do, about allergies or humidity. I don't think it's humidity. My guess is it's some allergen in the air. Also, okay, so yesterday we had very bad We had very bad wildfire smoke from Canada, and it was like unhealthy. It was like air quality alert, terrible. The map was red, do not go outside, unhealthy for all populations, all types of people. And I noticed actually last night, toward the end of yesterday, I actually had some kind of like burning and irritation in my throat. And so I actually took, right as I was going to bed, I took a Ricola cough drop just for some, you know, it was like itchy and dry and irritated. Like scratchy throat is what I would describe it as. I woke up this morning, similar feeling. And I did go outside this morning. So I suspect it has to do with the air quality not being great. It's basically like smoke, burnt particles that have carried through from these wildfires. And then on top of that, there's just like pollen and allergens floating around from plants here. Hannah, you got it. Thank you, John. Yep. It's not pleasant, but you gotta just keep on going. Matt Townley, hello from the UK. Lovely. Love the UK. Jafar Menk says, hey, charming, hello. Ooh, Johnny Doe, you made it back. Hello. I'm back for a few minutes waiting for Pop Soda Coke to be made for me. Okay. Alexei is here. Greetings to you, glorious queen. You are the best I've ever seen. Thank you, Alexei. Let's see if I can say your last name. Scrolling. Alexei Genadovich. Okay, cool. Like and subscribe, guys. Yes. Okay, guys, poll results. Let's get you these poll results and the correct answer. João Paulo from Brazil, hello. The second trivia, I should say really the first trivia of today, was guess my favorite soda growing up. I should have put pop there though. I gotta keep it authentic to Minnesota. But anyways, the top choice was Dr. Pepper. Love Dr. Pepper. It was not Dr. Pepper though. Fanta, it was okay. It wasn't my favorite though. Sprite, again, fine, but not my favorite. It was actually Barq's root beer. I loved and still love the flavor of root beer. It is so delicious. I can't say enough good things about root beer. So my favorite soda, my favorite pop as a kid, was Barq's root beer. I also really liked A&W root beer. Sam V Life, Hakab, Chip Broadhead is here. Hello, Chip Broadhead. Thank you. I'm glad you like the color of I'm obsessed with this shirt. It's like my favorite shirt. Brianna is here. Reaper, you made it. Hello, Reaper. Yes, Chip Broadhead. I was thinking the same thing about the Liverpool player, Diogo Jota, and his brother passing away. I think it was it July 3rd, maybe? I think it was sometime this month. Just absolutely, I was like floored. I could not believe it when I read that news. So sad. So yeah, I think it'll be really sad for the Liverpool players to get back into the season and Diogo Jota isn't there anymore. 6.5 hours of live since last night. Wow. I believe it. It is a lot of time, but I also really love being on YouTube Live. It's so fun chatting with all of you. I feel like all these comments, all the topics that we veer into, the time really goes quickly. Jay Boog is here. Kenzie's videos. Rajan. Welcome, Brianna. Love seeing new people here. Jones Soda, don't know what Jones Soda is. Zachary Howard. Tony from New Zealand. Hello, Tony. It's early for you. If you're in New Zealand, it's got to be like 4 o'clock maybe. 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. We the Trash Boys. I have not had any soda in years. I'm kind of the same. It doesn't appeal to me. I also really enjoy what is it? Carbonated water with like flavor in it, with like no sugar. Like to me, that's perfectly sufficient. Hi, Miguel. Oh my goodness, from Cuenca, España. How are you? Saludos. Root beer is like soda Coke pop with ginger. Says Johnny Doe. Reaper, salmon, coral shirt. Yes. Jamie Hubler, hello. Nothing better than an iced cold root beer. I loved root beer floats as a kid. I thought those were just the best thing ever, especially in the hot summer months. The best root beer I ever had was from a small company out of Wisconsin. I believe it. All right, very cool, Abdullah. I don't need a website. Junior is here. We got, okay, Chip Broadhead saying Liverpool lost 4-2 to AC Milan. We've got Eduardo Fonseca from Brazil. Tony says it's 6 a.m. Okay, in New Zealand. Wow, oh my God, it's crazy. You guys are 15, no. You guys are, what would the difference be? 12 plus, is it 17-hour difference? If it's 6 a.m. for you? Hatip, Adriana, thank you. Junior from South Africa. And Dumiso, John says Jones Soda is a local company in Seattle. Oh, gotcha. Stay safe and sound charming. Thank you, Jafar. Doing good, Reaper. Mangle is back. Great to see you, Mangle. I think New Zealand is 12 hours ahead of the UK. It's 7 p.m. I know. I was gonna Google this. Time difference between Minneapolis and New Zealand. I don't know if there's multiple time zones in New Zealand. So it's roughly 1 p.m. for me here in Minneapolis, and it's 6 in the morning for you guys. So that would be 12 plus 5, which is 17. So you guys are 17 hours ahead of us. Woo! Crazy. Moxie soda is the best. I've never heard of that, Reaper. Funny, Timu. I see what you did there. Terry from New Mexico is here. John says, doing good. How are you, Reaper? Ian Heepler, hello. Good to see you again. Oh man, just enjoying this lovely Saturday afternoon, chatting on here, sipping some coffee. How about you? Junior, Sifo, innocent from South Africa. Thank you so much, Terry. Shane, 4 in the morning in Australia. Dang. We got Kiefer, the true gamer from the Philippines. Thank you, Whoa. Sophia from South Africa. Kayla is here. Hi, Kayla. Raymond Church, great to see you again. Sophia Reaper says, John, I'm doing well. Neville from Cairo, lovely. I've never been to Egypt, but would love to visit. Android Channel, good to see you again. It's been a while. Android Channel, these days, I actually don't really care to go to trivia night at the bar. I've gone in the past, but I find that I'm really in grind mode for 2025, and I make time for fun things. Like I would say on the weekends, I'll do like 1 or 2 things with friends and family, but like weeknights, like I just can't like justify going to trivia at the bar. Like honestly, I'd rather be on a YouTube live stream. I'd rather be filming a video, just like working on building my channel. I don't really particularly enjoy trivia, but yeah, like I said, every now and then, sure, I'll go. It's 2 p.m. W, says Reaper. Okay, so you're 1 hour ahead of me. Navia from South Hall says all stars. Moxie was my grandpa's favorite. Never heard of it. Excuse me. Sifo in South Africa. Whoa. Did you watch Heather's He Music? I don't know what that is. I push and pull up from Scotland. Hello, we got another Scot in here. Yabba Dabba Doo is also in Scotland. I push and pull up. Yabba Dabba Doo is saying, Hannah, I have bird feeder by my front door and they're so friendly. They'll sit on my shoulders. They have no fear of me. That's so cute. I would say that's definitely not my relationship with birds. However, they do like to just you know, perch outside my window and then yeah, like kind of just, you know, sit, look around, and then fly away. Chip Broadhead, or take a train from Paris to the ocean and surf. Cool. Admire you. Grind mode on. Yes, Android channel. It's I dedicated 2025. A lot of you have heard me say this. I decided that 2025 was going to be dedicated to growing my YouTube channel as much as I could without, it's like I'm willing to sacrifice a lot and say no to a lot of stuff. However, it's like I'm still gonna visit friends, visit family, go to fun events. Like I'm not gonna completely eliminate all of the stuff from my calendar, but basically like my life revolves around my 9-to-5 job, Monday through Friday, building YouTube and working on YouTube stuff on weeknights and over the weekend, getting exercise every day, and sleeping. I try to get 8 to 9 hours of sleep on average every night. So those 4 things are pretty much all of my time. And then like the spare hours here and there, I will, you know, hang out with friends. I will cook, clean, get my chores done. I might need to grab my cord for my phone. Bongeka, doing well. Kisa's Fun World, I don't think I remember you. Reaper, I'm in the beautiful Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is a beautiful state, yes. Sometimes the bar scene gets messy too. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind going to like breweries and bars if there's trivia, like if there's some activity that's going on there, but I never, ever just go to the bar to go to the bar, ever. Like I barely drink anymore these days. It's so bad for you. It's chemically a poison, let's be honest. Let's stop kidding ourselves. But I don't really enjoy drinking alcohol unless it's a very significant occasion, like a wedding. I'm hosting a friend from out of town and we want to go and have like wine with dinner or something, or like a graduation ceremony or something big where it's like you pop a bottle of champagne, fine. But no, I don't like regular drinking, and I don't like the bar scene. Yeah, so if I'm going to a bar, there has to be like a reason that I'm going beyond just sitting and drinking alcohol. Kisa, Stone Papa Smurf, Stone Papa Smurf, I was watching Food Network this week and they were doing local foods. Yes, the Juicy Lucy is so famous from here in Minnesota. I love that, yes. Yes, I've never had it because it's not vegan. I never tried it when I was growing up and I was an omnivore, so I don't know if I'll ever know what a Juicy Lucy tastes like. Junebug is back. Hello. Tony, you're so inclusive of people's comments. That is a gift, young lady. Take care of keeping you. Thank you, Tony. Timu Sipola from Finland. Lovely. Guarav is here, Forsaken Game. Stone Papa Smurf, the closest Juicy Lucy near me is 40 minutes away in Cape Cod. Okay. Thank you, Rich, for the Catalina Crunch, Zombie, Baby Hannah, and Ford Bronco Sport emojis. Chip Broadhead, I have coffee, sugar, meat, honey, wishes to be as sweet as your smile. Thank you. Virgo Queen, hope all is well. Rico, I'm doing great. Yes, being a Virgo means that my birthday is coming up relatively soon. So for those of you who don't know, I will be turning 32 years old. My birthday is on September 13th. And I have taken 2 days off of work in the lead up to my birthday. So my birthday falls on a Saturday this year. I took off Thursday and I took off Friday so that I've got 2 days completely to myself, free and clear to just like relax, get excited, get ready for my birthday. And then my actual birthday is on Saturday, and then I'll have Sunday to just like chill, recover, and get ready to go back to work. So it's gonna be fun, guys. Yes, Android channel, it is insane how close this channel is now to 10,000. When it turns to 10,000, I'm gonna honestly like look at my YouTube channel page and like look at the 10K and be like, I cannot believe, like, this is crazy. I was saying this yesterday. I don't know if you were at the live stream. I didn't see comments from you, but I don't know if you were like maybe watching in the background. Regardless, yesterday I was saying that last summer, right around this time, I hit 500 subs, and now it's I've gone from 500 to 10,000 in the span of about a year, and it's so crazy when you consider the growth rate. Like, that's growing by a factor of 20 from 500 to 10,000, which makes me excited to see what happens from this summer to next summer. Even growing by a factor of like 5 or 10 would mean getting to 50,000 or to 100,000, depending on how quickly it grows, you know, in the next year. MM2 Addict is here. Rogers Adamba, hello. Okay, I missed a few comments. Let me just make sure I get to all of them. Leanne Vibes is here. I am half Black. My dad is an Ethiopian immigrant. He came to the United States in 1982, I believe. So yeah, my dad relatively recently, compared to other immigrant, you know, people's like grandparents and great-grandparents, you know, immigrated from somewhere. But yeah, my dad immigrated in the 80s and became a US citizen in the 80s. And yeah, he's from Ethiopia, so I'm half Black. My mom is a redhead, freckly white lady from Minnesota. Okay, we got Raymond Church. I stopped drinking 10 years now, and I don't, yeah, that's the thing is, for me, again, bodies are different. People, like, every person is a different, unique person. And I understand that some people really have the craving for alcohol. Like, I don't deny that. And I would say personally, like, alcohol, it may as well be eating like the bark of a tree. Like, there's no pull for, like, I enjoy drinking it, but in terms of like the temptation and the pull to drink alcohol, like, I feel the equivalent temptation and craving for alcohol as I do for eating the bark of a tree. Like, there's nothing about it that like pulls me in and makes me want to drink it, but I do enjoy drinking it to like mark a special occasion. That's really like, there has to be a legitimate reason for why I'm going to be drinking alcohol. Like, I don't drink it casually, but I'm not like I don't completely not to drink alcohol. I would say if there's anything that is really a true temptation for me, just what I crave, it's sugar. Like, that, honestly, I do really love sweets, and I try to keep it in check because I don't want to be here just gobbling down sweets all day, every day. Thank you, Ganesh. I also saw a super chat come through, and I want to make sure to say thank you. Humble contribution for the 10K celebration bash. Thank you so much, Android channel. I wonder if YouTube will let me thank you, but I don't know if it will. It often gives me like a time limit on typing a thank you. Dang it. Oh, I think I might be able to, if I didn't. Oh, I hate that YouTube does this. I wanted to click reply and say thank you to your super chat, and I ran out of time apparently. So I'm sorry for that, but thank you so much, Android channel. We are getting closer. I'm seeing the sub counter is now at 9.78 thousand. You guys. I really gotta start planning now. I'm like, oh my goodness, it feels like not too long ago I was doing my 6,000 subscriber special because I missed the 5K mark when it happened, and it just got too delayed. Yeah, what should I do for my 10K subscriber special, guys? Open to ideas. I mean, I kind of want to do a food thing. I would love to, sorry, got distracted by Downton Abbey. This is one of the rare moments in the show where there's a legit like WWE SmackDown in the Downton Abbey castle. It's crazy. Anyways, but yes, 10K, I gotta get on top of this because this is, I mean, I am predicting this channel will be crossing 10,000 subscribers in the next week. Realistically, I think by this time, like next Saturday, the channel will probably hit 10K. So I gotta get on my game. Okay. Okay, sorry. I've been yapping and I got off track. So let me go back here and make sure I get to everybody. Raymond, I was at your comment. I stopped drinking 10 years ago. Don't miss it. That's where I went on my tangent about when I do and do not drink alcohol. Sifo, Rogers, Adamba, MM2, Addict, Chip Broadhead, like watching a band play, Ganesh, Tehran Tournament, Stone Papa Smurf. I haven't drank alcohol in 3 years, but I'm open to yes, that is me. It's like if the occasion arises and it's like, yeah, like what, like let's go and have a glass of wine at some cute bar because we happen to be in Sicily and we're in this beautiful location. Why not? It's like those special moments. I mean, I'm happy to indulge, but it's the day-to-day where I'm like, I don't need to be drinking this every day. I don't crave it every day. I don't want to spend my money on it every day. And I am not here trying to delusional convince myself that, oh, it's actually not that, like, it is not good for you. So yeah, special occasions only. That is my rule when it comes to alcohol. Cultured fan, Shane O. Thank you so much, Shane. Great to meet you too, Ganesh. Jeff Bialowitz is back. Hannah's non-negotiables. Family, friends, sleep, exercise, chores, cooking, cleaning, and early 1900s programming. I love that. Yes. Those are really the staples of my life. Family, friends, like my loved ones, like my circle of people. Those are my people. Yep, sleep. Gotta get that sleep consistently. Exercise, chores, cooking, cleaning, and early. Yep, I love it. You nailed it, Jeff. Rogers, Adamba, I'm doing great. Just chatting and sipping coffee and trying to stay hydrated as well. MM2 Addict, looks like you do like the earrings, I think. Rico Lopez, Darius Jukan is here. Hi, Darius. Ian, what is the XP rating thing about? The XP rating thing about? I don't know. I don't know what you mean, XP rating. Ganesh. Yes, people do think, some people at least think I'm in my 20s. Abstentious says, hell yeah, yabba dabba do. You were talking about going solo on holiday cinema. So would you be comfortable going into a bar by yourself? Yes, I have done that. Rico Lopez, that's dope. You have a great time. Mine is the 29th of August. Yes, another Virgo. I love it. Virgos are the best. Thank you, Conrad Wilson. Thank you, John, for just cleaning up the spam. Tehran Tournament. I'm in the United States. I would love to visit Finland one day. Yes. I consider Finland Scandinavia along with Norway, Sweden, Iceland, and Denmark. So all of those countries would absolutely love, but yes, Finland I would love to get to in the future. Thank you, John, for the reminder. Yes, please just be courteous to other people who are leaving comments. Like, if you've said your comment, like, please don't repeat it over and over again. Elaine is here. Brian Mulenga, thank you so much for subbing to the channel. Yeah, what I would do, you spamming, you're dead. Indeed, it's just, it's selfish and it's rude. Chip Broadhead, happy birthday. Miranda Melloway, thank you so much. All right. Junebug, subscription service, email, newsletter, free goods, tutorials. Bongeka, I also like eating healthy food. Yes. Junebug, $5, big money. Adonias Dantas is here. Douglas Keene, hangovers were my cure. Oh God, no thanks. Raymond Church, I know, like the pull of the sweets is, it's something I'm honest with myself about. Like, I know I love sugary things. I love cake, I love brownies, I love scones, any baked goods. Like, there are a few baked goods I would turn down, if I'm being honest. However, I think it's like, I personally try to keep an eye out for like family history of diseases and conditions, and there are several type 2 diabetics in my mom's side of the family, and I'm like, okay, like I know that excessive sugar intake is linked to type 2, and so I'm like, really don't want that. Trying to be super yeah, just super conscious of stuff. Like, it doesn't mean I don't enjoy it. You guys have seen plenty of my videos are baking sweet treats. I love making cakes. I love making sweet things and eating them, but I do try to do it in moderation where, again, I'm not kidding myself, and I'm honestly like tracking what I'm eating so that it doesn't turn into a problem in my 50s, my 60s, whenever I'm getting older. Like, this sounds so grim, but I think about people where they do develop some kind of chronic condition or a really bad illness later in their life, and they like bitterly regret things that they could have done in their 20s, in their 30s when they were a young person, so that they wouldn't have gotten sick later in life. And I really, again, I'm trying to live my life with the mindset of like, limit your regrets later in life. Like, if you try not to like burn yourself later on, and try to like do things now where future you will be very grateful. And one of the things is like, I really do want to be like mobile, super fit, on my feet, cognitively like there when I'm pretty old, like 80s, 90s, 100 plus. I still want to be like moving around and just able to go about my life, albeit more slowly, and maybe not as comfortable. I would say probably, certainly less comfortably than when you're younger, because things just, you tend to get like creakier, you know what I mean? Your body isn't as like mobile as it is when you're younger. I got the little heart though, says Android. Thanks. Yes, I did heart your comment, or your super chat, excuse me. Raymond likes sweets. Stone Papa Smurf, your comparison would mean on some level you enjoy eating bark of a tree. It wasn't the perfect comparison, but I'm just telling you, it's like there's zero cravings for alcohol for me, whereas compared with like donuts and cake and cookies, like if someone at my job, like if someone brings in like a box of donuts and just sits them down in the break room, it's like, oh, I'm gonna have to walk past that box of donuts all day long. If it was a table full of like beer cans and like margaritas and stuff, I could walk past them and be like, I don't really feel the need to drink those. Like, there's nothing that's really triggering me here. Levi is here. Jay, Anaya, William, Barry. Cheeseburgers and fries are my favorite. Same. That's my favorite cheat meal on the savory side of life. J.R. Phillips says, I've been watching the channel since 5K. Thank you so much. Crazy that it's now almost double that. Chip Broadhead says, I have a 10-lap sprint and run. Good job. That sounds very unpleasant. Fawaz is here. Thank you, Jay Anaya, for the sub. AJ is new. Welcome. Hannah Hennahin. Crafting Joy, Ethan Bird. Crafting Joy, Aziz. Hello. You are a member. Good to see you. I'm doing great today. My phone battery is getting a little low, so let me just hop off here really quick and grab my phone cord so I can charge. Alrighty. Whew. You'd think this was like a bottomless cup of coffee, because it feels like I've been sipping it forever and not a lot of it has gone away. Red Hunter, oh my gosh, Red Hunter, I feel like I haven't seen you in a long time. How have you been? Hope you're doing well. Okay, charging, dang, phone is already at 13%. Usually it holds up a little, I feel like it holds up better than this. Tap the screen, everyone, says Aziz. Thank you, Alice. Thank you very much. Thank you, Alice. Yeah, I do my best to kind of walk the line of the day-to-day, like keep my day-to-day routine, meals, and habits like pretty clean and strict, but then allow, like, one person who I admire is Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Like, he's into like fitness and being active and like living a very like healthy life, but he has like a cheat day. I don't know, I think it's sometime over the weekend, but I like that you still can fit in like unhealthy fun stuff. Like, you don't have to just live the life of a monk where it's so strict and pure. Like, you can still, you got to live a little too. That's my mentality. Kevin Martinez, yeah, I'm definitely not going to be watching Happy Gilmore. No surprise there. Fabian is here. Hi, Fabian. Fawaz, thank you so much. William Berry, early 1900s programming is smart. I just, as someone who loves history and languages and just like learning phrases and the way people say certain things, like, it's just watching Downton Abbey, you're like, oh my god, like the way they would dress, the things you could and could not do, like there really was no such thing as like dating. Like, it was like you could not be with like a guy before marriage. So it's like just the manners, yeah. I love history, and I love like 20th century history. So it's fascinating to watch. David O'Brien, I'm doing great. Manu, Hadi Kashif, Thulani, Maggie Smith does WWE SmackDown. Oh no, I must be so behind in here based on that comment. All right, you spam, you're gone. Jorge Romero, LJ, Fawaz, Preppy Softball Queen. I'm back in the car on the way to the lake. Love it. Android Channel says, oh, I think there's a follower leaderboard. And so the top 3 are shown with a little crown. Yes, this crown icon, there has been some back and forth in my live streams where the OG people on this channel who have been here like forever, they're like, I don't have a crown at all. What's going on? And my theory is that it has to do with it tracks who's been most active in the current live stream, but not holistically over the whole time period of my channel. Chip Broadhead, I find that Pisces are the sweetest. I don't know any Pisces, I don't think. I'd have to check the birth dates. Al Petrick, I had a great morning. It's somehow now 1:30 in the afternoon. I've been on here for a little over 2 hours. And I just want to be on here all day. You guys, this is why I'm doing a 24-hour live stream where, when I'm on here for 3, 4, 5 hours, it honestly doesn't feel like that long. And I like the challenge of thinking, okay, well, let's see what I can do for 24 hours on a live stream. Payson is here. Let's see, Raymond. I'm a Virgo too. My birthday is August something. Al Lee. Nick is back. CC baby. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. Jorge Romero. Ian Heepler, thanks. Android must be fairly new. Haven't really seen it. William Berry, I'm old and I've been around. Young lady, I'm telling you right now, you don't have to worry about aging. Just keep doing what you're doing. It's just, I'm someone where I am trying to preempt anything that may happen to me that I don't want to happen to me. So I'm just like, I feel like I have some examples in my life of people who have aged very, very well. I would say my grandparents, they're the adoptive parents of my dad. They were basically his sponsor family when he immigrated over here from Ethiopia. So they're not biologically related to me, but I look at them and I believe they're both going to be just about 90 years old or something, like late 80s, just about 90 years old. And they are on their feet, going around to concerts, art museums. They travel all over the place. They're very like sharp mentally. And I'm like, okay, that is exactly what I am going for when I am their age, when I am at age 90, basically. Yeah, it's because I mean, there's people who are much younger than they are, and they are not in good physical shape. They have cognitive decline. You know, they're in nursing homes, they're in assisted living facilities. They need lots and lots of help. They need they need a cane, they need a walker, they need a wheelchair. And I look at both of my grandparents on my dad's side, and I'm like, you guys are crushing it. Like, every time I see my grandpa in particular, like, he is like the liveliest. I feel like he has like this air of mischief about him where it's always just kind of like he's up to something. And every time I see my grandpa, he always will tell me, he's like, I walked this many thousands of steps this week. And then I do the quick math. I'm like, okay, so you walked like more than a marathon this week. And I'm just like, man, this guy, he is walking circles around me and probably most people in this country. And he is just fit, spry, both of them though. It's like, yeah, I'm grateful to have older, like senior people in my life where I'm like, okay, that is an example of what I want to be like when I, like in 60 years from now, because I'm roughly 30 years old. I'm 31. And it's like, okay, at 60 years, that's about where they're at in their life. Like, that's what I'm aiming for in 60 years. Payson said, hey, Pickle 9, Paranormal Nightmare TV series. Thank you for the bless you. I appreciate it. Caleb Lucas, thank you. Chip Broadhead, you like chocolate mints? Yes, I do. I like both of those things, chocolate and mint. Aziz, I've been to Europe many times. Joshua, no more bread, flour, or sugar overusage. Ooh, Joshua, did you, have you cut out bread, flour, and sugar? Or have you like significantly reduced it? Hi, Hannah. I think you like toffee apple. Nathan, there's also people who regret not enjoying life when they could have. True. However, I have seen far more people regretting their decisions because they were too reckless and didn't look after their health. So I err on the side of be more cautious than throwing caution to the wind. And so far that has like saved my butt so far. Bonnie is here. Brad, Back to the Future is here. Hello. Yes. Love to see another mod in the house. I'm 56 and I still got and still working. Yes. Nice. John is saying hi to Back to the Future. Rich with the Direwolf, Dexter, and Catalina Crunch member emojis. Looks like Rich, you've gotten a #1 crown on today's live stream. Yabba dabba do. I know you have no interest, but I'm looking forward to the Ladies Europe Cup between England and Spain. Going to be a tough game. Yeah, I have no idea which countries are competitive these days for women's soccer, but I hope it's a fun game. 4 dozen Tim Hortons donuts in our lunchroom today. No. I hate, that's something I hate is when, I mean, I guess it's a good test on your own discipline, but I personally, like, I do not keep like sugary junk food in my home because I don't want it sitting around to tempt me. Like, that part you can control. Like, you can control the groceries that you bring into your own home. But unfortunately, when it comes to your workplace, you don't have the choice unless you just want to lose your job. You don't have the choice of just, oh, I'm not going to go into the office today. I'm not going to go to my job today. And then when someone brings like a big old cake or donuts, you're like, oh, I don't want to sit around this all day. Ugh. Chip Broadhead, England win the football match. All right, boys chilling, playing games at midnight. Love that. And I'm glad you like the cup. Fawaz has been watching since 500 subs. Duncan, I'm in the United States, just sitting here chatting about lots of different things. Thank you, Brad. Jeff Bialowitz, to offset my sweet tooth, I will eat a couple of figs or dates. Even small amount of dark chocolate has health benefits. Yes, that is something I try to do as well, where it's like just if I'm feeling a really strong craving for something that's highly processed and loaded with sugar, like brownies, cakes, scones, donuts, whatever, and I'll try to like wait it out, and then if it's still there, just like have a little bit of chocolate or make a cup of decaf coffee, and that will usually kind of mitigate the craving. Franchosa, hello. I'm gonna go with tacos over pizza, RE. Barcelona is the place to visit in Spain. I've been to Barcelona. I absolutely loved Barcelona. John Lara Universe. The Rock has a net worth of close to $1 billion. I think he is a billionaire, actually. Net worth of the Rock. He should be at this point. Wow, I could have sworn he was a billionaire. It looks like he has a net worth of 800 billion. So, sorry, that was unclear. 800 million, not billion. So he'll be crossing the billion mark, probably in the next year or two. Okay. DJ something Duncan, Roberta Nagasaki. Hi, DJ YM Lava. Ethan Barr. Hello, Addie Gary. Chip Broadhead. What's your view on UK bonfire night? Is this like Guy Fawkes Day? Or is that something different? The 5th of November? If it's the Guy Fawkes Day, I think that's really cool. Let's see. Rich with the Cristiano emojis. Preppy softball queen. I'm back. I'm on my way to the lake, but right now I have service to watch. Thank you so much. I know how that goes when I'm on the road and you enter areas where you no longer have service. Yes, Rich is still in the top spot, #1 crown. Magic Johnson says that's not about following, it's about who comments the most. Rich says, of course, John, LOL. Duncan says, I definitely think that's the case. I've been getting the #1 crown in a few other live streams. Nice. Answer to the poll was Barks Root Beer was my favorite pop growing up, as we say here. Duncan, OHB, I am doing well. Yes. What do you know about any Leos? Oh, let me tell you. I've had Leos in my life. My dad is a Leo. I just don't think they're the best personality match for me. My experience with Leos has been loud, boisterous, extroverted, loves to be the center of attention, not in a bad way, but it's such like big energy, like walk into a room, big energy. That is not me. I am more introverted. I don't mind being the center of attention. Like I can get up and like give a speech or like present stuff, but it's not something that I'm like seeking out. I kind of prefer like a low profile, like just keep it kind of chill. So I'm amused by Leos, but for me it's a bit much at times in my experience with Leos. Raj Kumar says hi. Yes, Rich with the wow, almost to 9.8. That is crazy. Oh my goodness. We've got wow, so almost to 9.8 thousand. I appreciate the Cornelius mugs, Rich. Thank you. Raymond says, gotta keep moving to stay focused and healthy. Yes. I also, I think about what things keep you sharp as you get older. Exercising every day, getting outside every day, keeping your close relationships, like your loved ones, seeing them regularly. What else? Reading every day, trying to just like read books, read the newspaper, just keep your brain sharp. I know my grandpa, the one I was telling you guys about, he loves doing Sudoku puzzles. I personally find Sudoku puzzles super addicting. I really love them. But it's like keeping both your body and your brain like really, really sharp, and then also just having those long lasting friendships, relationships, family, connections, going to family events, traditions, traveling when you can, if you can. And then of course it's like the day-to-day kind of, it's like the day-to-day drudgery that's not super exciting, but it's like just chug a lot of water every day if you can. Try to eat whole foods as much as you can. Avoid like the big vices of smoking, excessive alcohol, fatty fried foods, tons and tons of sugar. It's just like if you can kind of like eliminate or like reduce those things in your diet, coupled with getting good sleep and surrounding yourself with like really positive, loving people, and just like, yeah, doing little like crossword puzzles or Sudoku puzzles. Yeah. I think the formula is relatively simple. Now, of course, there's people who are born with physical ailments or some kind of condition where they need to get I don't know, medications or special procedures or whatever. But it's like, I think just for your just average person that's like walking around, has a job, like whatever, I feel like that's kind of the playbook for aging, at least comfortably. Joe, hello. Luis Quezada. Joe, if you want to, you can either send a super chat. There's also a buy me a coffee link. I don't do like monetization via email. Glowboy says chocolate. Chip Broadhead, I tried riding a wheelchair with a self-made engine. I had a smoking experience at 40 miles per hour. Yikes. K-pop Demon Hunters. People are so obsessed with that show. Sabine, I see you. Thank you, Alan Fester. Damian Partridge. Gasum. David O'Brien doing good. Yasna. Rasta Charlie. Greeting Blessing from London, I think. Brian Middleton is back. Luis Quezada. Good evening or good afternoon to you. Feliz tarde. Yo, I love your tans, says Nikhil. East Bay Chef, excuse me. Hey, Hannah, how's your day going? My fellow vegan chef, doing good. Yes, good weekend so far. I had some pretty intense allergies earlier on this live stream. I think it's because here in Minneapolis, we've had some wildfire smoke coming through from Canada. It was really bad yesterday. And I went outside and actually I had kind of a scratchy, irritated throat. Last night, I should say yesterday night, and then I took a Ricola, like lozenge cough drop thing so that I wouldn't have the irritation bothering me as I slept overnight. But other than that, I just think I've had some allergies and some irritation from the wildfire smoke, like not the best air quality here, but I will not complain. It's been a good weekend so far. How about you, East Bay Chef? Rajan, Rasta Charlie, Spencer Montgomery, great to see you. Hi, Noah Hudson, thank you for joining. Kiddo Marlise, Laurent Montfort from France. Jacques said hi, J&J. First time here, welcome. I'm just chilling, watching some Downton Abbey, chatting about a lot of different things. Drinking some coffee from my favorite Van Gogh mug. Gee, you've been doing live since last night. It hasn't been continuous, Felix. I did sleep. I woke up this morning and then I, hopped back on here. Miguel Rodriguez, connect the dots. Spencer Montgomery, I'm always enjoying your content. Thank you so much, Spencer Montgomery. The Monday upload, so in a couple days, the video I will be uploading is another brand collaboration, so keep your eyes peeled, guys. Lisa is here. So good to see you, Lisa. Hope you've been doing good. Well, would you consider Pisces? I mean, the thing is, I don't know any Pisces in my life because I don't know when Pisces are born. Pisces dates. Let's see. February 19 to March 20th. I can't think of a single person in my life who's a Pisces in that date range. John, speaking of taking care of myself, I will have to head out in about 20 minutes. Yes, of course, go to the gym, catch up on physical therapy exercises, have some time to catch a few more trolls. Amazing. I love this. Troll Patrol. You should copyright that, John Puntini. I totally get it, though. I got things to do today. I would love to stay on here forever. Like, not forever, but you know what I mean, for the whole day. But I have to get some groceries because I'm running low. I need to film a YouTube video. I need to exercise. I mean, it's heat advisory, but I think I think I'll just take it really slow. I mean, there's still people out and about today, but yeah, I've got stuff I've got to knock out because I am a little bit busier tomorrow. I'm going to be going to like a very small concert here in the cities. Should be cute. Ronnie morning coffee. I am drinking my morning coffee even though it's now 1:45 in the afternoon. It's Wanda says, hey, cash flow. Gotta love that cash flow when you can get it. Kogan says the final boss. Yabba Dabba Doo says, guess who's a Leo? Nice. I mean, gotta love the Leos. It's just, I found that in my experience with Leos, the personality is generally very different from mine. Cash flow, you fire, thank you. Rudy says Indian people eat the healthiest food. Alan Fester, thank you. Lindsay McDermott, thank you so much. Star Love is here. Alberto De Silva, James Brown. I am Euromix and Ethiopian. Yes, Recorex. This coffee is actually cold, but I do like drinking cold coffee. Guta Kowalski, hey Hannah Van Basten, how is your, I love how you like to call me different Hannahs. You've said Hannah Johnson, I think, in the past. I don't know, I can't remember off the top of my head what else you've said, but I'm doing good today, Guto Kowalski. I got up this morning, I, headed out for a quick walk around just to get some fresh air. Luckily, the air quality is much better than it was today. I walked out for a quick morning walk yesterday, and it just hit me, and I was like, oh my God, this is so nasty, like smoky air. But yeah, having a good Saturday so far. How about you, Guto? We got John on the Troll Patrol, love it. ASMT, Chuma Jonas. Andrew Walsh, Chio is here. I'm drinking coffee. Ernest is here. Hello, Ernest. Have a wonderful day. Always great to watch your streams. Great seeing you here, Ernest. Hope you're having a lovely weekend so far. Chip Broadhead is a Pisces. Guto is grinning. Biruk Tesfaye, you sound like a Habasha. Hello, hello. I'm in the United States, born and raised here. Ardian is here. Recorex, how's Rachie? Rachie's doing great. She's very busy. If you guys haven't gone over to her channel, you should check it out because she has been growing by leaps and bounds with her sewing skills. She recently sewed a tote bag and she made, it was either like a wallet or some kind of, I think maybe like a book pouch for a friend's birthday. But now this is like a new niche, a new chapter on her YouTube channel and just in her life. Like she's really been like going gangbusters with the sewing. So Rachie's good, very busy, obviously has her hands full with TT the cat as well. Yeah, she's doing good. I saw her 2 days ago. What's today, Saturday? It was either, I think it was Thursday. Yeah, it was Thursday I saw her last, so 2 days ago. Stone Papa Smurf, the girl I took to my senior prom was named Hannah. Yes, I love it. You guys, I really do love my name. I don't know how I feel like most people feel at least okay about their name, but I do really like my name. I've told my parents, like, I'm really glad you picked the name Hannah because I have always liked it. Ardian, hello, KJ the man. Do you want to do what would you rather? Sure. Yeah. Would you rather do X or Y? Sure. Jet Rusty is here. Yabba Dabba Doo concert quiz question coming. The thing is, it's so local. It's like it's not an artist per se. It's just like it's a pretty low key concert. So yeah, I don't have any like good trivia. I don't have a good way of like asking the question that's coming to mind. Lucky Schmitz is here. Ardian says super okay. Guto says I'm fine, thanks. It's very hot here. Yes, Guto, unfortunately here in Minneapolis, I don't think it's hit quite yet, but there is a heat advisory for this weekend. I believe it starts tomorrow morning. The heat index is supposed to be getting up into like the 100 plus range, I think up to 103 degrees Fahrenheit. So yeah, that sucks because it's very uncomfortable. We the Trash Boys, just got done with a 7-mile run. Well done. Wow. Hopefully it's not as miserably hot where you are as it is here in Minnesota or in Minneapolis. NTYJP says Batty Baruch is from Ethiopia. I thought so. TDB, I wear these earrings all the time, every single live stream because people love them so much. I just continue to wear them. Chip Broadhead, which jewelry do you like apart from white gold? I'm not much of a jewelry person, to be quite honest with you. I don't really wear that many necklaces. I don't wear rings. I don't like bracelets. I don't wear watches. I don't like anything on my hands because I'm cooking and like washing my hands all the time. It just kind of like drives me crazy, to be honest. Trivia, first concert I went to, yeah, I don't know. I'd have to think on that one because it's been so long. Jaden said hi. Oh, dog. Van Gogh painting cup. Yes, the Starry Night. It's 35 degrees Celsius here. Gonna have to do a conversion of that because I don't know Celsius to Fahrenheit. And you said it is 35, which in Fahrenheit would be cold. But, okay, it's 95. Yeah, anything in the 90s I consider to be like not comfortably, like to be too hot for what I prefer. Even 80s I start to be like, not a fan. Thank you, Jocelyn Brewer. Felix said, oh, of the king, the power, the best. Christopher Hanley. TDB says you're a Midwestern gal. You ever been to Paisley Park? Yes, I did go to Paisley Park last year. I believe it was last May, so May of 2024. My mom is a huge Prince fan. I personally don't care for his music, but I respect the artistry and I achieve like all the things he achieved. Yeah, so we decided, sorry, I got distracted by Downton Abbey. We decided for Mother's Day in 2024 to take my mom to Paisley Park. It was a surprise outing and she really enjoyed it. And I enjoyed it too. I mean, again, like personally not a fan of the music. Like I never was a fan of Prince's stuff, but it's fascinating to just learn about him and go into like recording studios. It's like a really cool place. Highly recommend anyone visit it, whether or not you're a Prince fan. We the Trash Boys, it's hot, LOL, 95 degrees. I'm in Arkansas. Ugh, 90s, man. I'm a winter gal, so I love the cold. I don't mind the comfortable, warm temperatures of summer, but once it starts getting into, like upper 80s, I'm like, Okay, Josiah, thank you, Kirby, for the 100 gift. Josiah says, us HVAC techs are gonna be busy boys. Humidity has been wrecking us in Kansas City. I was thinking about this, Josiah, like my, like air conditioning / not now, but like just basically my energy bill has, like I've gotten it on the monthly basis and I'm just like, whoa, that is a really high number. Like it just, I'm seeing, cause it's like, I could choose to not use my air conditioner, but honestly, I'm like, okay, I can afford to pay for some air conditioning here. I don't need to be cutting things out. Like, I don't need to be that, like cheap, with my budget, but I'm like, dang, yeah. It's pricey for air conditioners, and also too, I feel like the really hot weather is just like putting a lot of stress on the HVAC. So you guys talk about job security. If you're an HVAC tech, like you are going to be employed. Christopher Hanley says coffee. Ernest Meering said hi. Glowboy, when are you going to let me bake for you? I don't really have people bake for me. I like to do it all myself. TDB, I love all kinds of music. I would say my favorite is pop, like mainstream pop music and EDM music. I also really love house music. I love indie rock. I love punk rock. So most stuff in the rock genre. I like Linkin Park. That's about as like aggressive as it gets with like rock music I like, and Rammstein. I like rap and I really like country. and classical music. So there's a range. Edwin Yunson, Felix typed wrong. Guta Kowalski, Hannah and Prince are neighbors. She can hear him singing all night long. Well, Prince is long gone. It would be the ghost of Prince. Football Pro 1616. All right, Glowboy. Rich, it says, great timing, Hannah. 9.8K, you guys. We are 200 subs away from 10,000 subscribers. So at this point, I'm gonna say, I think this channel will cross 10,000 subscribers in the next week, because I will have tomorrow's live stream. I'll go live on Monday. I'll go live on Wednesday, Friday, and like this time, by this time next week, a week from now, I will be on my, like there will have been 5 live streams, including, you know, next Saturday. So I think across 5 live streams, we will hit 10K. So I'm in planning mode now for my 10K subscriber special. I kind of want to try making a vegan cheesecake with my springform pan. I know it's not the most like extravagant thing to make, but actually I've never made vegan cheesecake before, and I've wanted to try making it for a very long time. Lil Mosey fangirl is in Belgium. I've been to Belgium before. I've been to Brussels. That's, I think, the only place I've been in Belgium. But yes, I have been to your country. Thank you, Kirby, for the 100 gifts. TDB, I'm jelly. You got to go. It's a bucket list place for me. I'm in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Hey, come on over. It's, I mean, you're not as far away as like Florida, Texas, or California. And it's definitely worth, I mean, you could fly into Minneapolis, St. Paul Airport, find a hotel nearby, get a rental car, and then it's, I would say it's maybe like a 45-minute drive to, you know, to get out from the cities to Paisley Park. Okay, let's see. Rich, less than 200 subs to go. It's so crazy. Like, yeah, basically beginning of August, like hitting 10K. Absolutely wild. TDB, so I actually don't talk about my private romantic life on here. Like I don't disclose anything about that on here. It's just, there's certain things I like to keep off camera. Like I know a lot of people on YouTube show like their partners, their husbands, like that side of their life. I just don't show it on here. PT Super Stee is here. 10K subs today or Sunday guaranteed. I mean, I would say it's probably going to happen sometime next week. I would guess either at the Monday night live stream, because Monday night tends to be the busiest nights for me, or Wednesday. Let's say like tomorrow night, there's not a lot of viewers / subs, which is, it's like, I'm not going on YouTube live solely for the purpose of chasing subs. So it's like, if tomorrow is like a smaller live stream, if Monday is slower, I think like sometime, I would then say it's either going to be Wednesday or Friday of this coming week. So it's coming, guys. Felix says, I'm here trying to learn English. My teacher told me to watch movies and other things in English, so here I am. Hey, Felix, I would say I taught English for a year, and I also took English training for like ESL. I would say go on, like you're gonna want to be on social media, watching native English speakers like me, read the chat so you can see how people actually type, you know, English, and then also watch Netflix, watch movies, watch TV with all of the subtitles turned on, again, so you're getting both the listening practice and you're reading the written, so you're getting your spelling correct for words that you're hearing. But I would say you're in the right place for trying to improve your English. John Puntini, neutral on Prince. My main memory about him is how he was one of the main artists known for refusing to let Weird Al make parodies. Ooh, that's super interesting. I did not know that about Prince. All right, H-Town is in HVAC school right now. You guys, I have been seeing so much content lately about how Gen Z and Gen Alpha, like they are turning away from, I mean, a lot of them are still going to college, of course, but there's been kind of this shift in mindset of like, if you don't really want to go to college, you don't know what you'd major in, and you're not willing to go into that much debt, and it's like people are like, oh, well, I could go to trade school, get out in a year, get out in 2 years, depending on like how accelerated the program is and how long it takes to get the training. But it's like you can be out of like a apprentice program or some kind of technical school in like half the time it takes to get a bachelor's degree. And then if you're in the trades and you're like a reliable worker and you do good work, properly trained, like I feel like the job security and the income is so great with the trades. Like I think it rivals college education. And I loved my college experience. Like it was the right choice for me, but I don't think college is for everyone. And it really makes me mad that so many, like I think so many teenagers in high school are really put under such pressure to go to college and get a college degree when they don't even know if college is the right choice for them. So I was looking at like all the different types of like trades where it's like HVAC is like a great one, plumbing, any type of carpentry, electrician, if you can do like roofing, siding, window stuff. I know I'm missing some, but yeah, any kind of like trade skill. That's not like, I think of trade skill as like you're not sitting at an office desk like working on a computer, which that's great too, but trades, like solid. Upen is here, hello, and Soren is here. Top 3 bands or artists of all time. I would say my favorite band is Green Day. My favorite singer of all time is Christina Aguilera. Like her voice is my favorite of all time. And my favorite overall musical artist in terms of like singing with the instrumentals and the writing, I mean best songwriting I would say, is Taylor Swift. So those are kind of my 3, they fall into different buckets. Favorite band, Green Day. Favorite vocalist in terms of just like pure vocal talent, Christina Aguilera. And then favorite musical artist with kind of all the elements wrapped into one person would be Taylor Swift. PT, Superstay, yes, house music is dope. Marcelo, hello, Christopher Hanley. You look like Indie Erie? I don't know what that means. Thank you, O. Bonsoir, Antonio. Good evening. Corin Kelly is here. Gasum's still here. Guto, I love the punk rock music band, The Offspring. I don't think I know who they are. Maybe I've heard their stuff, though. Marcelo, I'm not really into Katy Perry. Like, she was always kind of like, okay, she was everywhere growing up as a millennial, like Hot and Cold, Last Friday Night, Dark Horse, what's that one? I Kissed a Girl. That was like a blow up song for her. I remember that in middle school. She was never my favorite, but I feel like her antics with like the Blue Origin space thing, and then that was kind of like cringy, and yeah, she's kind of fallen off for me, I gotta say. Aaliyah said hi. Chip, Garth Brooks and Queen, Freddie Mercury. You would like them music wise. Gareth Brooks? I mean, Garth, is it, I think you meant to say Garth Brooks. I do like Garth Brooks. Queen, yes, I like Queen. Antonio Brindal, Francisco, hello from Mexico, cool. Nemani is here. You said your name is Kathy. Becky Mavimbela from Africa, South Africa. Another person from Africa, it looks like Ice Champaka from Kenya is here. Chip Broadhead, if you like classical music, listen to Freddie Mercury sing Barcelona. Marcelo Clemente wants to meet Katy Perry. Antonio Brindal. Bina Mwanda. Do you like the Black Keys? Do I? The Black Keys. I'm trying to think, like, what is... Lonely Boy, yes. I really like their album El Camino, I think, is theirs. I struggle, I'm not the best at, like albums and, like, matching an album name or a song. Well, I struggle with figuring out what songs are attached to what album, and then attaching either an album or a song to the artist or the group. Like it all gets just like blended together, and I can't keep track of it all, but I do like the Black Keys, and I do like their album El Camino. I believe that's what it's called. Come on, Wikipedia. El Camino. Yes. Yes, their 7th studio album, El Camino. That's the one I've listened to. I don't think I know much of their other discography. Tony says my power bill for this month was $271. But it is winter, so my electricity bill, this is because I've been cranking my AC all summer because it's been really hot. But let me just tell you guys, I got my I think it's my heating and my AC are both tied to Xcel Energy. That's my utility company. And where was it? I flagged it. Xfinity, or no, Xcel. I get them. Xfinity is my internet. Xcel is my energy billing utility company. Yeah. For the most recent period, it's $131.98, and I think not too long ago it was like in the 70s and the 80s. I'm like, ooh, it like doubled. Okay, dang. Hassan, I am not French. Hydrix, Minthaka, Antonio Brindal, Omar, Giraffe, Arjun, Atlas the Extreme just joined. Guto, Cross Desolate, Zobair, Felix. I've never met any Brazilians who live here. John says, have to head out. Sounds good, John. So lovely having you here, and thank you for being on Troll Patrol today. 3 top vices or pet peeves. Having to breathe in marijuana smoke, that really sucks. It was legalized here in Minnesota a couple years ago, and I've had to breathe it in so many times in public, so I really despise having to breathe in marijuana smoke. Discourteous people in public, where it's just like cringy and like painful to watch because they're just being so rude. And when people overtalk other people in a conversation. Those are 3 big pet peeves of mine. Yabba dabba doo. Yes, 200 likes. Thank you, everybody. Imthias, favorite rapper is Eminem. Johnny Be Good. Imthias, Perfect Pair. Rebecca Black. Sumit Hora. I don't listen to Juice WRLD. Yabba dabba doo. So where's The Sound of Silence on your list? That would be my favorite song. But in terms of artists, if we're talking people, that wouldn't really be like, there's no Simon and Garfunkel like album, or, you know, they don't really take the cake except for favorite single song. But overall, in terms of band, vocals, and overall artistry, they don't make the cut. Geber Selassie is here. Sumit, Christopher Hanley, TDB, you're the only person that responds to all the comments. You deserve the 10K. I do my best. I really try to like read through them quickly. And I do enjoy seeing what people say. And Jiroge David, welcome. Sumit, it looks like, I think that's the flag of Nepal. And Jiroge, watching from Kenya. Taishman Stain. Ty L, different colors other than black. Love the shirt, thank you. This is a 5K race that I did last month, and they gave out t-shirts for people who participated in the 5K. Johnny Doe, man, it's been a long stream. Of course, yeah, I mean, I've been on here for 3 hours. That's the typical length of my live streams. Christopher Hanley, Indy Airy is a singer. I thought you might enjoy her music. Never heard of her before. Taishman, Giraffe, Camerhi Rudy. All right, Johnny Doe, Alex Emma Duddleston. I am a Minnesota Vikings fan. Hi, Atlas. Hi, Mercy. Millionaire by 2026. Ooh, I love that username. Millionaire by 2026. Hell yeah. LOL, that's why I barely talk to people. Most people overtalk others. It's annoying. Yes, I find it. To me, it's like when someone is like consistently over talking other people, it shows me like that person is either very unaware of themselves, or they just don't care about letting the other person finish their thoughts. It's like they're just gonna say what they want to say, whether or not that person that they're talking to is actually like finished. It tells me like they don't really care so much about what the other person is saying. Sumit, Elijah, yabba dabba do, my electric bill was 27 pounds for the month, including standard charges. This genuinely seagulls. Jack of all trades, thank you. Alex Emma Duddleston, yes. Spooky Girl, Saddam, Heavenly Heaven, Hoosiers or Vikings? Vikings, of course. Yabba dabba do you ever wear denim jeans? Not really anymore, no. I've never heard of that. I don't know what Relint K is. TDB. Heavenly Heaven, Johnny Doe, or they have ADHD, talking over someone is one of the symptoms. Sure, I would say in my experiences, it's been either the person is just very like aloof or unaware of like common courtesy, or like they just don't care. They've been like really rude. Alternative music from Ohio. Okay, never heard of them. Sorry, Tristan. I hope you're recovering from your surgery okay. Judy Stroyer, because they are stupid. Heavenly Heaven. I mean, stupid for me, it's more just like they might just genuinely not have like been taught good manners. That too. I mean, I think there's some people who just, it seems impossible these days, but they just kind of make it through life, and they don't really, like, they just don't have common courtesy or manners. Pretty cloudy here in Soda Pop Cokeland. Millionaire by 26, Washington, D.C. checking in. I love this. So you want to be a millionaire next year. Amazing. Your earrings look like cherries. That's why I wear them. That's one of the reasons I wear them. People do think they're cherries. They're actually Jingle Bell earrings from Christmas time. Man, look at that. I still got coffee to finish. And I'm gonna drink some water as well. I should get going, actually. I've been on here now for 3 hours and 10 minutes. Let me create Johnny Doe, Washington, D.C. versus Washington State. Tristan, the pain makes it hard to focus and get out of bed, but I know it'll be worth the rest. Yes. What's your 2026 goal, Hannah? Put a goal in the universe. Oh, I have several. I would say my goal for YouTube next year is at least 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I think it'll be closer to 100K. So I actually should just straight up say I'd love to get to 100K by the end of 2026. That cup, I have one ear like it's designer. Ronald Reese, thank you so much, Ronald. Oops, I was gonna heart your super chat and reply to it before time runs out. All right. Thank you very much, Ronald. Hope you're having a lovely weekend. Come on, keyboard. Thanks so much. George Robertson, hello. Muzan 4XD. Aditya. Faria. Looks like you're from Brazil. Alchemy 8888. Millionaire by 2026. Johnny Doe. I enjoy Washington State. I've been to Seattle a few times. All right, gotta go. See ya, Johnny Doe. Thanks so much for being here. Yabba dabba do. When I'm in the chair at a meeting, no over talking is simply put down, slam dunk. VA. Yes, these are Christmas earrings, technically. Miles, hobby. Kogan, I listen to Bow Wow and Romeo Miller. Sato, my favorite song of all time is The Sound of Silence by Simon and Garfunkel. I think it's just lyrically beautiful. Very simple song. Not a lot of crazy instrumentals going on. McDonald's, hello. Oh, man. What's your skincare routine? You have beautiful skin. Thank you, Millionaire by 2026. So I have a morning skincare routine and a night skincare routine. So in the morning, I wake up, I wash my face just with tap water. And after that, I pat my skin dry, and then I put a vitamin, I think it's a vitamin C serum on my face, pat that in, and then I put a tinted moisturizer with SPF in it, or on it, I should say, on my face. And then in the evening I have a like a sudsing facial scrub, and I also, what else? And then I do another serum and a moisturizer. I have a couple videos where I unbox my skincare products, so you can check them out. Let's see. Sato said hi. Aurelia Art is here. Mackenzie Clark, Mike, Ethan James. It's Diva Ladislava. Aurelia Art said hello. Hello, hello. Hello, BD Bob. I do not sing. Nope. H. Eru says hello from New Zealand. Hello. Keegan McArdle, hello. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna get going because I got some things I gotta knock out today. Wish I could stay on here longer, but it has been over 3 hours now. H-E-R-U, Eru, well pronounced. Thank you for saying my name, says Sato. Pratyush, Speedy Bob, you look like Sade a lot. I get that. I've gotten that today in this live stream. Thank you, Keegan McArdle. So reminder to everyone, my next live stream is tomorrow night, which is Sunday, at 8 p.m. Central Time, USA. So would love for you all to come back and chat with me some more, because I love these live streams so much, and I find it hard to completely to end the live stream. So with that, I want to say thank you to everyone for the gifts, the super chats. Thank you for leaving comments. We had a lot of subs today. I'm going to refresh my page just so I can see exactly how many subs we're at right now. Looks like the channel is at 9.81 thousand subs. So less than 200 subs to go before hitting 10,000. That is absolutely unbelievable, and thank you so much, everybody, for subbing to the channel. Ruben, Rosado, Rochelle, Diva. Yeah, but I do thanks for a sensible time of day. You're welcome. Yes, that is like the primary reason why I like to do the Saturday morning live streams. So we have got, I think that's just about everyone. So with that, I will say goodbye to everyone. Thank you also to my mods who were here. Back to the Future was here. John Puntany was here, and Happy Life were here. So 3 mods, Troll Patrol, getting rid of the spammy comments and just inappropriate hate comments. Like, thank you for cleaning that out of the chat. I really appreciate you guys keeping the chat easy to read for me. And subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much. So with that, everybody, I'm gonna head out, but I will see you all tomorrow, Sunday at 8 p.m. Central Time. If you don't know what that translates to, just try to figure out the time zone conversion. So I'm gonna hop off here. It's been a lovely Saturday, but I've got stuff I gotta tackle. So we will reconvene tomorrow, 8 p.m. Central Time, tomorrow evening, which is Sunday. So take care, guys. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you again soon.